Muslim think different way, maybe Christian think different way. That, whether you like it or not, yes, it's true. So at least just to have a voice in case anything or such happen. So nobody is saying that Muslim and at least I have friends. My best friend I met is a Muslim. They are good. That is just a kind of comment though. Thank you.
Well, I don't know what you meant by having a representation there, but like Madam Irene Finance yesterday was talking about, we're having a bit of back and forth on history, and I said history is good for all of us, and but we look at the history of the past to build on the future so that we don't repeat mistakes of the past. That is one of the major reasons for history, to learn from history and not repeat it. Now, the issues plaguing Nigeria affect both Christians and Muslims. Like Mr. Adiola that came on the platform yesterday, the same price of the same amount a Muslim will buy a bag of rice is the same amount a Christian will buy a bag of rice. And if you listen to our principal candidate, which is PeterObi, he said the Muslim in the north, they are not enjoying anything, despite the fact that we've been governed by Muslim. So it is not, I'm not dismissing religion, please. I'm a minister of God. Don't get me wrong, I'm not dismissing religion and the role it has played. But I am telling you, when it comes to leadership, in terms of governance, then transparency, accountability, fairness, equity, integrity count as well too. The vice president is what? Is a Christian. Now, why look at Pastor Bakari? He didn't win. He didn't even pick a vote. Now, everyone will say it's a right candidate because it's a pastor. Everyone will say Tunde Bakari, Oshibajo will be the right candidate because it's a pastor. But for some strange reasons, they were not picked, or for monetary purposes, they were not picked. Now, are we saying that we've missed out from a good candidate? No. Even if they were picked, I am telling you personally, I will still go for PeterObi. Because why? The man has credibility. He has things I can hold on to. If he changed tomorrow, so be it. I ain't going to have any regret. So we just need to, when you say who is going to represent us there, represent us in what sense? In terms of providing electricity for us, providing good governance, being transparent, being accountable, with my person of integrity, person who is fair. A Muslim person can be that as well too. We may differ on religion, on which God we call upon, but it can also be that. If you read the Bible, there are people who did not follow God into tow, but they have reputation. And God, in a way, find a way to get salvation to them. So we need to get this thing right and not play this religion thing to continue to divide us, and we will not achieve what we want. We want electricity, please. Let's be realistic. I yield the floor back. Thank you, Kachi.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew. Please mute yourself. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew. I'm going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, please. Good evening to you.
Good evening. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me, please?
Loud and clear. I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much. First of all, let me go to Mr. Reno Mokri. I think he has outstayed his importance. He's no longer important. I think Reno Mokri's issue should not even be brought here, because he's making jest of himself, and to me, he's no longer important. Nobody wants to listen to him anymore. So I wouldn't want to dwell on that. I just mentioned his name. Secondly, Mr. Mogalu's assertion of, opting for mercenary to come and fight in our country. I wonder how he would have handled the presidency if he was elected the president of Nigeria, if he has to think that way. I don't think it's about mercenaries. It's about the political will of the leaders. If there's a political will, when there is a will, there's a way. It's not about mercenary. Jonathan brought mercenary towards the end of his regime, and we saw what happened. They fought gallantly and they left. This regime, I think we have enough. We have enough forces: the military, the air force, the navy, and all of them, the police, the civil defense, and all of them. They are capable enough to take away these people. But when they are called, they will not. They will not respond to any call. That is where the problem is. And all these Fulani people or bandits and all these people that are committing crimes here and there, they are not arrested. If they are eventually arrested, they are not prosecuted. That is the problem we are having. It's not about mercenary. It's not about going outside to bring people to fight. I think Mr. Moalu should re-examine that statement. And if he is somebody that thought he was qualified to rule the country, I think he should re-examine himself and know what he's supposed to say. Thirdly, I just want to make it brief. The Muslim ticket. If the moderator is saying it's a slap on our face, I quite agree with the moderator because it's a slap on our face. The last speaker, please, I'm sorry, with due respect, I do not agree with you. It's a slap on our face with the nature of our country today. It would have been better if Mr. Tinubu has opted for a Muslim Christian ticket because it gives us a sense of hope. You can see that the mayhem that is perpetrated, that is visited on the country today, is majorly by the Muslims. And people, they don't have that sense of belonging anymore. People of other faith don't have that sense of belonging anymore. It would have been better for the purpose of, harmonizing the country. It should have been better for Tinubu to go for Muslim Christian ticket so that sense of belonging and sense of hope will be rekindled. Since Buhari came into power, you have seen this lopsided, appointment and all that. Mostly, I think about 90% or between 80% and 90% are Muslims. And that is causing apprehension in different quarters in the country. So Mr. Tinubu would have looked into that and changed the paradigm, changed the system, and let us have a sense of belonging. But anyway, if people are saying there are Muslims too who are intelligent and who can, bring electricity and all that, we all know they are equally Christians too that can do that. In the country's constitution, you have this federal character is there. The federal character, though it does not touch on all the salient issues, but common sense will tell you that there's supposed to be a balancing act between the Christians and the Muslims because these are the two main religions in the country. Let me give you a very local example. If a man is a polygamous man is married to 3 wives, and the first wife happened to bear like 3 children before he marries the second wife. If he's dead and if he died and they want to share the properties, what do? The family will sit down and give probably the first house or one of the properties to the first child from the first woman. They wouldn't give the second property to the second child. They will give to the second wife's child. For there has to be equity. That is how it works. When some group of people are feeling marginalized or subjugated, that is where you begin to have these agitations, secession from different corners. You can see recently the IPOB issue has died down a little bit because the sense of belonging has been given to the Easterners, and you see the togetherness and sense of belonging is coming up to some extent. So that is what it takes. So I would like to stop here for other people to talk. I don't want to take too much time. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Kennedy, for that. Guys, I want to beg you guys again to please like this broadcast and share it. If you're yet to do so, please like and share this broadcast. Thank you very much. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Kim. Mr. Kim, please, are you ready for me?
All right, good evening, my sister. God bless you for the program you're doing tonight, this evening.
Good
I
evening.
just want to say thanks to everybody on the all the panelists and our viewers on the conversation. I actually came on because of this religious matter, the Muslim ticket of it. I want to say that in life there are some things you can change and there are other things that you cannot change. Um, if you are born an Igbo or Fulani or a Yoruba man, that is who you are. You can't change it. If you are born a man or a woman, that is who you are born. You can't change it. If you are born a black person, you are a black person. You cannot change it. If you are born a white person, that is who you are. Those are the things that you can't change them. But religion, as we all know, you can change your religion. So the question is this. You have a Christian Muslim ticket, the Christian president, the Muslim vice president, they get elected into office. 6 months later, the president decides to convert to Islam. What will you do? So this idea that we are not using religion as a yardstick to create parity, equity, fairness, doesn't work. It's like people who are calling for zoning as well, where you know that in a democratic setting, it is the people that will make decision as to who govern them. Religion is an individual choice. Choices you make as a person. You're not born a religious person. You made that decision for yourself. So the idea that the only way you can create parity, or one of the ways you want to create parity, is to now use religion, it won't work. It doesn't make, I don't want to say it doesn't make sense, but it just won't work. We need to understand that we have to put competence. If you want to say the person, the Igbos have been marginalized, I'll say fine, they are not represented. I'll say fine. If you want to say the Yorubas are not represented, because those are the things that you cannot change. But religion is not certain. So for you to say the only way you can be represented is only when somebody of your own faith is somewhere. Okay, where do we stop? If I'm a deeper life and I say, okay, hang on, there's no deeper life in government. Why not? Why don't you put a deeper life person there? If you are Jehovah Witness, what about your own faith? If you are a Sunni, you say, no, those people, they are Shiite. I want Sunni represented. Where do we stop? Where is the bottom? So we cannot continue to go in this direction. We have to look at competence. If the person pick anybody, you have to look at how competent these people are. What about those people who are Ogun servers, who worship Shango? Where do they belong in Nigeria of today? What about those people who are Christians? Where do they belong in Nigeria of today? We have to create representation based on competence. If we want to go on zoning, like I don't support anything to do with zoning, anything that will give people advantage based on your tribe or your religion. I don't support it. I believe that those the best among us, regardless of what language you speak, what tribe you are, or what God you call, you should be given the opportunity. Not the fact that because you are a Christian, then that automatically give you a position or put you ahead of somebody who is a Muslim. No, I don't believe that. Look at it. Look at where we are today. People have made submission and say, oh, look at the Nigeria today. Look at where Nigeria is today. But they don't tell you that as we speak today, we have a Muslim Christian ticket. As we speak today, the current vice president is a Christian. So, but they are complaining about the same problem under a vice president that is a Christian. They are complaining about the same problem under the same Muslim Christian ticket. We have all this problem that you are complaining about today under the same thing that you are advocating for. What does that tell you? It doesn't make no difference. What religion people want serve, what God, the name of God they call, it doesn't make no difference. So as a people, my own generation, this is why I'm really upset about my own generation. I've been saying this thing for a long time. You don't hear this from the elite until when they're in trouble. When Tinubu was campaigning, you never hear Emilio Kon in Tinubu's mouth. But as soon as he felt like it was going to be taken away from him, what did you get? You get the tribalistic comment from the man. This is what they do to divide us, and we are keen into it. We are following them. We are buying it. No, stop listening to these people. Tell them you want the best. If you want to advocate, listen. If Obi go ahead and pick a Christian, it wouldn't be a problem for me. If Atiku go ahead and pick a Muslim, it wouldn't be a problem for me. Look, even if a Northerner was in office, it would be. If I turn on the lights, 24 hours, there's power, there's water running, there are good roads, good school, good healthcare. I don't care where you come from. I don't care the set of people in government. Government is not about identity. Government is about productivity. It's about people being productive in government. So the idea that we are not bringing identity, bringing religion into governance, it's one of the reasons why we are where we are today. And it doesn't seem like we are even getting it right with the way we are going. We need to stop it. We need to just ask for the right set of people to govern us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akim.
Can I ask a question, please?
Mr. Tiobala, you can't keep doing that, but please go ahead and ask your questions.
Okay, Akim, thank you so much. I just want you to throw more light about what killed Deborah.
You see what killed Deborah? So,
and how the government has responded to it so far.
So, if the people that killed Deborah, are they in government?
No, they are not in government. They are the people.
So what is your question exactly? Because your question, what we are saying is about representation in government. So what has it got to do with the death of a young woman?
Okay, fine. Religion, killed Deborah.
Yeah, but
the people in government. The people in government.
But Mr. Tiobala, what are you asking exactly? Because the Deborah's death happened when we have a Christian-Muslim ticket. Because the vice president is a Christian and the president is a Muslim. So exactly are you asking?
What I'm asking is this. Imagine we have a vice...
Kachi, God bless you. This is what I just said just now. People still complain about this thing, even though we currently have the same permutation that they are requesting.
Can I respond to it?
Yeah, it's up to Madam Kachi to say, to give you the other
and answer.
Okay. We have currently vice president who is a Christian. See what happened. No response. Imagine if everything now become Muslim. And the truth of the matter, Nigeria is so sensitive right now. If we're supposed to even be talking about the president being a Christian. I'm sorry, this on a more serious note, this is not supposed to be an issue in an ideal society. But it's so unfortunate that the country we find ourselves. That is the more reason I'm reacting like that. I'm giving this suggestion. So,
okay, Jobala, I'm going to quickly bring back some memories. Bring us back to some memories. You remember the OD massacre during the Obasanjo government? Do you still remember that? What happened then? Those people, they were not Muslims. And Obasanjo is a Christian. So
listen. That is a different case entirely, Brother Akin. Please, that is a different case entirely. That was terrorists. That was a sign of people who were terrorists against the government. So that is a different case entirely.
So the army took weapons against its own citizens, the citizens that it's supposed to protect,
that
and then line up men.
Case entirely.
Listen. They separated men from female.
Don't put that out to what you are talking about. Talking about religion.
I'm just trying to say to you that we had a Christian president at the time who ordered the killing of Christians in Nigeria. What are you talking about?
Miss Kachi, please.
And again,
tell them not to interject.
Mr. Hakim, thank you so much for your submission. I really like your point. Another thing is that how was the position, or service chiefs, or the position that Buhari appoint? How did he go? Did he go one way?
Chiobala, this is if you made a very good point now. Buhari is a religion fanatic. Everybody know Buhari to be a religion fanatic. If you elect somebody,
that is the step that Tinubu is taking right now too. That same step is just started now.
Listen, I'm not here to defend what.
Allow the moderator to handle the show. Please.
I'm not here to defend. I'm not here to defend what Tinubu is going to do or what he's not going to do, because I'm not here for that. That's not what I'm here for. I don't know what Tinubu is going to do or what he's not going to do.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had a little.
Oh, so okay, you were not here. Sorry about that. I didn't know. So, like I said, I'm not here to defend what Tinubu is going to do or what Tinubu is not going to do. I'm just saying to you, Buhari as a person is a religious fanatic. That is, everybody know that about him. That is who he is. It's been like that from day one. The only problem if I was listening to this program now today, and the issues you have with Kashim Shettima would be that tape that he had a telephone conversation with Governor Amosu, then I will understand that. Listen, when somebody who have been publicly shown to have certain bias against a tribe in our land should not be in office as in that position of vice president. My brother, I will agree with you in total, because when I listened to that tape, I wasn't happy. I used to like Kashim Shettima as a person, but when I saw that tape and I listened to it, the way it was against, I won't say the Igbo, but against politically, I didn't like it because people are tribalistic in their views. You know, I don't like when people are tribalistic in their. Trust me, for you guys. But this idea that just because it's a Muslim ticket is dead on arrival, I don't support those ideas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Akin. Mr. Andrew, you were going to ask a question, please.
Yeah, to Mr. Tiobala and Mr. Kennedy, I often like to agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. Or let's say the Muslim ticket, it's not good for the country or whatever it is. What solution do you prefer in this present time that we are within the confine of the 2023 presidential election and the campaign now? What solution are you guys preferring to this agitation of no Muslim ticket, please?
If I may answer that question, the reason why we are saying this is because we are talking about leadership, irrespective of your political party. There are people in APC right now that are angry. It's not about who to vote for. I myself could go and vote PeterObi. That is not the issue.
Mr. Tiobala, you are not getting my question, please. It's about voting. It's about selecting leaders now. And you're against the Muslim. Just in case Tinubu becomes president. Yourself and Mr. Kennedy. Just in case Tinubu, how do we prevent that? That is, you can't say it's not about voting. It's leadership. It's about voting. How do we put them there? It's to vote. What solution do you prefer, please?
Can I handle that?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. It's just like we are debating right now. I listened to the last speaker's submission. He was kind of having a superior argument. For me, actually, I'm not 100% against the Muslim ticket. Like what the last speaker said about, is it Kashima or the vice presidential candidate? Because of the tape that is in circulation. Actually, that tape has been there for about 4 years or more. So I think that was a very superior argument. If there's no skeleton in their cupboard, because a lot of these people, these Muslim people, they are too involved in this fanatical attitude. That is why I am against the Muslim ticket. I want a Christian to be there so that there'll be a sense of belonging. But if the Muslim people, if they don't have any skeleton in their cupboard, I think I don't have any problem with them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tiobala. The floor is yours. Can you answer? Because you've always been interjecting on this Muslim thing. Please, can you weigh into my question, please? Thank you.
You talk about the solution, right?
Correct.
Okay, fine. Like I said before, there is no one-way solution to this problem. It's just a matter of leadership. If not for the fact, like what the last speaker just said, if like Yaradua is a Muslim, if you look at Yaradua government,
Mr. Tiobala, I'm going to interject you again. You are not getting the question. I'm going to repeat the question again.
okay.
We are looking at the present climate.
We cannot dwell on, Mr. Andrew, with due respect, we cannot dwell on all this. Other people are still waiting to talk. Let's just
I understand, but
move on.
Mr. Tiobala keep interjecting with this, so we need to clear this so that he stop interjecting with it.
We can move this to Friday. Friday's our
Please,
debate. This is just a
I
discussion.
only ask Akim question and he answered me correctly.
All right, thank you, Mr. Tiobala. Thank you, everyone, for that. Thank you. We're just going to go straight to the next person we have here. I want to believe that Mr. Kennedy has been able to answer Mr. Andrew's question. Thank you. I'm going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Igbe. Mr. Igbe, good evening to you.
Good evening, Sister Kashi. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, the panelists. Good evening, the listeners, and good evening, the comment section people. I want to start saying, from this angle, concerning people that have been speaking concerning the Muslim ticket. If we said we should really look onto it constitutionally, there is no way it was written in our constitution. And that is why I agree, with the people who have been speaking concerning, it, that they did not see any error on it. I agree with them in those areas. But I disagree with them in the area of federal characters, which the Constitution of Nigeria has made us to demonstrate, has told us to demonstrate. You see, holistically, I think most of the speakers, 70% or 80% out of the speakers they have analyzed it all. Holistically, there's no way it will be possible for you to have 10 children, and among of these 10 children, there will be, among of these children, there will be the one that is so important, and the other one are not important. It's just like, like those kind of sentiments in those days that African, like Nigerians people, the Nigerian father we are having, training the male child in education and forgetting the female child. But today, the case become, the other way around, that the female child now, many of them that have been trained in school have been doing well, more than even taking care of their parents, more than the male child that they have, taught through the school. So what I'm trying to say here is this: there is nowhere in Nigeria, right from 1960, there is nowhere that this thing have happened. Even the first government that we have in independence, they were Muslim and Christian, which is Nnamdi Azikiwe and the Awor. So after that, we now fall down to the one, even the military regime. The military regime, there was nowhere it was demonstrated as a Muslim, that just, take place the way it is right now. Even let us come to the spirit of 1993, like the spirit of Abiola. That is where that drew me to Reno Mokri. Reno Mokri was just saying that people who try this, it was referring to Abiola. People who try this, they want it, but the power were not given to them. The military truncated. Why did they truncate it? Some of us will say maybe because they were not ready to give power to the civilians. No, because of inside carcass of this, inside the inside of this within the military, there was no balancing. And secondly, the Nigerians then were not having choice of Muslim ticket. Because why? We want to struggle ourselves away from the military regime. That is why people vote massively. And for Abiola, and because Abiola was competent. And people are talking about competency. Did not Obasanjo Tinubu competent? Let us look at it holistically. Did Shetima competent? We all know who Shetima was. The former 2 times governor of Borno State. And we all know that it was Shetima around in Borno State. His regime is Borno State. That's where Boko Haram break out. And this man begin to pay Boko Haram with, having idea that paying Boko Haram will be the key to end the terrorist group. Dining with them and romancing them. So somebody will now come and say now that Tinubu went to pick. Is it only Shetima that is in the whole of northern region? The whole of northerners. Somebody went to go and pick person from Borno State who have already, listen. If I just get to, I understand. You see, when something like this is going on, when we are doing something, or when a time like this, like presidential election like this is taking place in Nigeria, many of us are not having plan B. Listen, we're supposed to be having plan B because we are just campaigning for Obi, I mean, those of us who really want good governance, we are campaigning for Obi, or we are supporting Obi one way or the other. But we will still look at the other side, because these people that we're talking about, they are in power. They might manipulate everything to themselves. If, for example, now they became the president of Nigeria tomorrow, do you really think that the Christian in the north are they safe anymore? We are seeing that Buhari as a Muslim and as a Fulani man, having, getting into office 2015, and the Fulani terrorists, the X-Men, the ISWAP, whatever you may call them, they are having that impunity, or I don't know how will I call it, to operate a different way, going away with it. So what you want to talk about somebody who are picking a Muslim and a Muslim, and the same person coming from that same region, Borno State? It's like we forget history that Borno State was the first place that this Fulani people invade when they come into Nigeria. Are you getting it now? So I am not trying to be ethnic here, or try to be. The one I'm trying to say here is I'm talking about federal character. You cannot say that a country where we have a Muslim and Christian, somebody will just go and pick a Muslim person as his running mate. And somebody were asking a question that if Obi pick a Christian as a running mate, we will not vote for them. Yes, we in the South, we vote for them. But let me tell you, the Muslim will not agree. And this is why we, the Christian, they will still remain killing us, the Christian, because we are so weak. We are so weak. I don't know. I will not say in understanding. Let me say we are so weak in action. Because if I say in understanding, I look as an insult to intellectual people. I mean, educated people. So I will not use that language. How can we? You know what it means? If person, Tinubu went and pick Christian, a Muslim person as a running mate, he's automatically telling the Christian that your vote, I don't need it. And that is why I agree with those who have said that the Christian we cast their vote to the Muslim Christians ticket, and that is what is going to play, and that is what I totally agree on. That is why I will not so too much deliberate on it too much. That if these Christians who really know that yes, you are being, you are being marginalized, you are being told that you are not important, you are being said that with you or without you, we will win this election. So you take your vote, cast it to the Christian and Muslim etiquette person. That's why you see that make me to go to Mogalu when Mogalu were saying that and that is true. It's just to take it to the field. Let us try it. Maybe the spirit of that 1993 will take place. Nigeria of that time and of this time is no more the same. Nigeria of this time, that many of us have been, in fact, already been a pioneers to our religions. It's very difficult, like what our brother Alex were saying, that if a Muslim will be Christian will be in the president, along the line might decide to converse to Muslim. It's not possible. That is a baby Christian. That is a baby Christian. That is a lukewarm Christian. A Christian, the way you cannot see easily for a radical Muslim to be converted to Christian. So it is why Osibajo never convert to Muslim, because why Osibajo is a practical Christian, and he's a pioneer Christian. Are you getting it now? So we don't put people. They don't choose people like that to be in a sensitive position like that. So my brother, sorry to quickly come in. Madam Kachi, sorry, I just want to quickly correct that part. What I'm trying to say to you, not that the person will actually change. I'm trying to say to you that religion is a matter of choice. It's what you choose to do. It's not. It's a matter of choice. Brother, I really understand you. I correctly understand you. I am just saying, I'm trying to make you understand, because many of us today, the way you see it in the Muslim, in the Muslim religion, there are some baby Muslim where they are so easy. Those baby Muslim, you know what? These are the people that we are seeing that they are using as a missionary today. As an instrument today, attacking churches, killing Christians, attacking prison breaking, all those things. Because those people, they are baby. They never know that they are not partisans of the Muslims, of the real Muslim, because the real Muslim does not preach, arrogance. So that is how you see it in a Christian door. So in a Christian, we have baby Christians who are not really, regular pioneers. So we have them too. So when it comes to a position of office like this, is people like that will not be chosen. But somebody I will not agree when somebody will say, I mean, I disagree that we don't have, a competent Christian northern in the northern side of the country. I disagree, and that is what you see that is facing Erufai of Kaduna State today. That be tried that in Kaduna, he is not favoring them. So Muslim and Christian ticket is just a sign of belonging. It's just a sign of balancing. It's a sign of federal character that the Christian community, you are important. The Muslim community, you are important. Because the Muslim will never, the last people that will never take this thing is the Muslim. We are talking from the south, this side. Let's just try it. Let us just try it. Let one person just try it. Let Atiku just dump Okowana and let it go and pick. Let Obi dump a person of Dati. Let it pick, a Christian from the south, from the north. You will see the northern people who are having that mindset. They will just turn the back away from him. So it's never happened, and it's not fair. Then coming to the area of Nigeria security system of which what they call it, the Kislimogalo was talking about, machinery system. You see, I always said it that we Nigerians, I don't know, or some of these our people that we call learned people, they don't remember things. They always forget, the past. They forget. Kislimogalo forget that there was alarm raised long time ago, some years back, that the sponsors of these terrorists in Nigeria today, they are inside the government.
Mr. Ebe.
Yes.
Okay, sorry to cut you, but let me just quickly say something. I can see Sports Cam is here trying to join us right now, but your device is not connected. That means your camera is not turned on. If you can't do that, I will not be able to accept you here. Please turn on your device and turn on your camera so I can accept you, because you're just there backstage and you're blocking other people from joining. So please do that. Thank you, Mr. Sportscar. Mr. Igbe, please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. So as I was saying, there have been alarm, and there was a Boko Haram member that was arrested. I think that was 2019, if I don't make mistake, that confessed that the people who are sponsoring them, they are in this government. Many of these our leaders, they know it. And that is why I want to draw you guys' attention. And that is why you are seeing a person like Tinubu is going to that Boronu to go and pick a running mate. Because why? That is the real headquarter of the terrorists. So Tinubu believes that picking running mate from that place will help him in future to minimize terrorists. So Moghalu forget that these terrorists, they are in the people who is sponsoring them, they are inside the government. Before the Kuje prison break, the attack, there were soldiers that they put around there. Those soldiers, they left after some hours, after some days, before this attack came into the prison facilities. So Moghalu forget that people who are sponsoring these people, they are inside the government. That if you say what I would have expected from Moghalu was for we to sanitize the government and sanitize the military, so that the security system of the country will be functioning. There's no since we have been seeing this Boko Haram, Fulani, X-Men, and the Iswam, whatever you call them, have been attacking the country's citizens. We never hear order. Have you ever hear order from it's only once we hear order from Buhari when he said that any person you see will take AK-47, shoot aside. Open fire on him. Does that work? It does not work. Because why? The people who are supposed to give the order said yes. Let us. The generals and all who are supposed to give the order, they are all in silence because there are people that have been sponsoring this thing that they have been looking at. So we don't need machinery. What we need is to sanitize our military system, all the apparatus of the securities should be sanitized, so that we should be giving order, like the way Yinka did it, giving order to military to open fire, attack them wherever where they are. And that is what that take me to OD. My mother is from OD. Obasanjo opened fire in OD because why? He found out that Niger Delta militants, they were they were fighting for their rights. And Obasanjo see that he looked at scenario like they are disturbing the peace of the government. And he commanded to open fire. And when Obasanjo commanded to open fire, the military do what? They open fire. So we expect person that will come into office, we command the military to say, any person that want to, they want to break the peace of the nation, open fire on him. Are you getting it now? And see, if this Muslim ticket is not going to good, it's not going to favor with the Christian, because waiting truncate Osibajo was that our constitution, section of our constitution, give power to the president to command. Even he can even easily just beige the president, the vice president, to just remain where he is. In fact, the work that the vice president was supposed to do is if he can even just give it to ministers, and the vice president will just remain dormant in the villa there. So if Bola Tinubu Ahmed come into power, for example, he can easily just beige this man. And we all know the state of Tinubu health system. We should not be praying that if, for example, if he come into power, we are not praying that it's something that happened to Yar'Adua, this kind of stuff. And the APC members, some of the APC governors, they are against it. Even the APC members they want to move away from the party because of this choice that Tinubu is taking. So Tinubu said it with his mouth that it's just between him and the president when he was unveiling the running mate. So it's a slap to the Christian community, and I expect Khan to take their action more better than this. Because why? We can't. We can't. We Christian, we can't. I know that it's not written in our constitution, but I can't. I mean, a federal character is allowed, and those if I was to say, Tinubu went and pick the highest Olokun, that means the queen of Olokun in Nigeria as his running mate, I will accept it. Because why? It's a religion too that is in our constitution, freedom of association. So it's accepted. Are you getting it now? Not him go to the north. We are knowing that Nigeria today, Nigeria as a country has built as called Nigeria, but the Nigerians have not yet built. So we need a leader who will come build the Nigerians, build us, that will make us know that you from Borno State, you are important. You from Delta State, you are important. You from whatever, you are important. Not somebody that will come and bring it. Nigeria have not yet built to that extent. Just like what Stadisa said before. We are not yet built to that extent for somebody to just take us one way. Let us get plan B. Our plan B, for example, now this man win the election and be coming to office. What do you think? The people that say they want to learn in a Buhari legacy, they can easily just go and be choosing ministers, chief of staff, chief of defense, chief of air force, chief of that from that same direction. Are you getting it now? So, and that make you to see that when they were interviewing Baba running mate of OB, he said something that sound in my memory. He said he will not comment in anything concerning that security until they get to the office to see the reason why insecurity are roaming, inside the country. What does that tell us? That tells us that there are people who are sponsoring this thing inside the government. So when they get to office, they can easily fish out these people out. And which many of us know that some of their names are already public domain, that the government have not done anything about. The government is about to run away from office now because he has saw that the whole things are power in. He has failed in every sector. So when they come into office, they will single-handedly fish people out and persecute them. And give the judgment that feed them to them. So I submit my case that we as a Christian, we count in Nigeria. If anybody is saying that Muslim ticket is not important, for constitutionally it was not written, but federal character is accepted, and Muslim Christian just telling us that yes, you are important. Then the Christians Open your ears everywhere. If everywhere you are listening to me, take your vote to those people. I don't even care if you are not supporting Obi before. Maybe you are supporting Atiku. It's your choice. It's accepted. But take your vote to that person who have chosen that yes, you are can't. Thank you. As
Okay.
I yield the floor back to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Igwe, for that contribution. I can totally feel the passion in your voice. We have Madam Rita here on the line. I'm just going to put the phone. Madam Rita, please, you're on.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Kachi. I want to respond to Hakeem. You know, my brother Hakeem, you know, I was listening to what you were saying earlier on, and, you know, you were talking about, you know, that we shouldn't fall through this game of religion, you know, ethnicity and all that. You know, we know religion shouldn't be, or ethnicity, it shouldn't be a very quick side to being a great leader. You know, competence was key. Now, take a look at this scenario. You have a daughter, and somebody wants to come and marry your daughter, and the young man comes into the house and say, "Hey, I found a beautiful flower, and I want to get married to this woman or this girl." Are you just gonna say, "Okay, you look good physically, you look handsome, take her and go"? No, you're gonna ask, where is he from? You're probably gonna ask, what religion does he practice? You're gonna ask, who is his father? What does he do for a living? You know, so. Going back to, I'm going to mirror that to Nigeria right now. Now we're having a custodian that's going to take over 200, he's going to be a custodian of over 200 million people, right? And you're saying that religion shouldn't play a part or tribe shouldn't play a part. Yes, I totally agree with you. But, like I said earlier on, this present day 2022, that's a mindset that you're explaining. It is not realistic in the times that we are now. That's the point. It is not realistic. It is not, because Nigeria is already divided as we are speaking right now. Until PeterObi becomes president, and then we start seeing the changes that is going to happen. A lot of us, our mindset is going to change. Then we can now move forward to say, okay, the next person that will be president, you know, after PeterObi's 4 or 8 years, you know, as the case may be, this is how we are going to choose this president. Besides, there's federal character in Section 14 of the Constitution, which they always want to play when it comes to job seeking, or you want to enter university or something. But now, what is playing out? The Muslim ticket. Everybody well know, including you, Hakeem. You know, let us be realistic with what's going on. We know that there's something at play with this shit combination that we are having in the APC. We already know that, so let us not ignore that fact. You know, I keep saying this thing. When we talk about race, for example, we talk about when somebody is a racist, we talk about racism. There's nothing like I see no color. It doesn't exist. In fact, when you say I see no color, you're actually biased. You must see color. You must see a white person. You must see a black person. You must see a Chinese man. You must see an Indian man. You must see somebody from Sri Lanka. You must see somebody who is South African. You must see a Nigerian man. You must recognize there are different complexities in race. You must recognize that. And that will determine how you can make decisions that could complement everybody without anybody feeling marginalized or feeling like, oh, you're using the race card or the ethnic card to be a leader. So you have to recognize that there are certain religions in Nigeria which exist. We have traditional. So we have somebody, like you said, have Krishna. We have somebody, you have a Muslim, you have Christians, you have.
Madam Rita, I get that, please. Okay, I think we lost Madam Rita right there.
Kashi, please, can I quickly make a response to her, please?
Yeah,
okay.
but I lost her already. She's not online at the moment, so I lost her already. But Mr. Hakim, please, you can respond to what Madam Rita was trying to say. I believe you totally understood what she was saying.
Thank you very much, my sister.
Okay, she's calling back. Hold on, please.
Let her finish.
Okay, Madam Rita, please finish. Mr. Hakim was about to reply you. We lost her again. Madam Rita.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to be quick. Yes, I was just trying to make an example with the race. It has to be seen. It has to be seen. You cannot dissuade it aside or put it aside like it's not there. That's incest is beating the highest order, especially these trying times in Nigeria, especially all the things that the religious bigotry, all the religious killings, all the ethnic killings. You cannot do that to Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much, Madam Rita, for that. I just try again. Thank you so much, Madam Rita, for that. Mr. Akim, you were going to reply her, but before then, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Ken Uzo for the super sticker. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Okay, Mr. Akim, go ahead, please.
Oh, thank you, my sister. Madam Rita, I just want to let you know that me as a person, personally, I don't see color and I don't see gender. I don't see tribe. I don't see religion. If I want to make a decision, it doesn't matter whether you're from my tribe or you practice the same religion as me. If the other person is a better person, that is the person I will go for. I don't make decision based on what name of God you call, or what gender you are. And I've been here several times when I've advocate for women empowerment in our politics. And this is me. This is my personal view. This is my personal opinion. And I live in societies where these things are practiced. And I cannot turn around and say, oh, in my own country, things should be different. No. Religion for me is a personal choice. It's a decision that you made. It's a covenant between yourself and your God. And when the constitution is written, and there's a reason why you hear the word a secular state, they call Nigeria a secular state. Nigeria is a secular nation. It is not governed by any religion. There's a reason for that. My brother was talking about federal character. Federal character was talking about different tribes and different states and local government. It does not include religion or what God you worship. Federal
Also
character is
religion. Religion have
no,
part
no,
to
no, no,
play.
no, no. There's no
Religion
religion
have
in it
part
at
to play,
all.
I think. Don't be
No, there's
misleading the public. Religion have part to play.
My brother, absolutely no religion in it. Federal character is the constitution is making sure that whoever is the president pick people from different parts of Nigeria to form cabinet. The kind of inclusiveness from all parts of the country. That is what federal character is all about. It has nothing to do with religion. So for me, the idea that the choice, a personal choice that you made, is not going to be used as a way of a parity. I don't believe in that. I don't think it is right. I think whatever God you worship, that is your own business. It should be between you and your God. You should not be bringing it to the public space. And this is the problem we have in that country. One of the reasons why Nigeria is as poor as it is today is religion. Look at all the factories, places that used to be factories that create job for people. They are now place of worship. They are now, you have more churches in Nigeria, more mosques in Nigeria than you have factories. And then the same problem, we are trying to now export that same institution into government. How has it done, how well has it done for us for how many years now? We've had Jonathan Sambo, we've had Buhari Oshimbajo, we have what's it called? Obasanjo, Atiku. That is 8 years. That's 24, almost 24 years of a Christian Muslim ticket. What has it done for us?
Has been, even from military era. That is how he has.
But it's something. What has it done for us as a people?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Akim. We still have people who are yet to say anything. Thank you. I can see Jonuche Ofele, please, you've constantly been abusing the fact that you're on the comment section. Please, I beg you, insult is totally prohibited. You know, I've been seeing your comments, I've been seeing the things you're saying. Please stop it. You can say what you want to say without being insultive. Okay, if you have something to say to anybody on the panel section, if you have anything to say to us, click on the link and come here and air your views. You don't have to be on the comment section and you're just typing and using some kind of provocative words. Please, insult is totally, and I say totally, prohibited on this platform. Please, Jonuche Ofele, I don't know if I got that correctly, but please, you have to stop. You just have to stop. Thank you. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ms. Kachi. Good evening, the panelists right there. And good evening to the concerned citizens around the globe. First of all, I have to say what brought us here is the quagmire and calamity that Nigeria has enveloped us as citizens. That is why we are all here. And that is why we are all arguing this. I will have to come in two ways. First of all, I will agree with all these people that are talking right now. Akim and Amrita, they are both talking in the right direction, which everyone, I understand. But if I can come from a way Akim was saying it, though you don't look at religion, you don't look at everything, I agree. But do you actually know that the way Nigeria right now is structured right now and the way things are going, it will be very, very great if it happens to be that a Muslim and then, a Christian, vice president or vice versa. That's fine. On the other side, we shouldn't look at that, which is I also think we should be looking at the competency, which I also look at. But if you look at our constitution, it says freedom of religion. It means that religion is also inclusive in a way, but it doesn't just really point at it. So we need to actually respect every religion. So I think that is what Nigerians are crying for. And another thing we also need to understand is when the all progressive candidate picked his running mate, and he picked a person who has been saying in a leaked audio from what he's saying. So that will create this kind of sentiment to Nigerians, what is happening right now. But to us Nigerians, do you really think we are ready? I'm not saying it. I have to give you a scenario. I'll give you two scenarios here. The first scenario is that all this past since 1960, is there any government who has given us good roads, electricity, free healthcare, education? Name it. It has been zero up to this time in 2022, where we are not seeing a leader who is talking about policies and how a nation building, a nation growth, citizenship, citizens engagement into politics, and getting close to the people as a leader. This is why Nigerians are now waking up. Now, if you look at all these things, this is what has really divided us. That these people has always used as their campaign and strategies in winning election and keeping us in that kind of slavery. Now, in that situation now, we have now sprung up to say never again we want to have a roadmap to paradise. And that paradise, a lot of people are saying it. We already seeing it. We're already walking towards it. I believe that Nigerians now, instead of just waiting, they should be channeling their resources, putting everything to make sure that this thing works, because they just feel this is the right way to freedom. But we are not seeing that enthusiasm, especially that those in diaspora. I must confess, it happens right here on this platform. You can see a lot of people, while we are talking, I can see they say, share. People just think that, oh, you're sharing, I'm just going to watch. You watching, but you want a change. You are not actually making it work. Because you are not on ground and seeing what the actual thing is, but you are here actually trying to change what the dynamics is. How do you change it? Share, like, support, invite people, make sure you engage people, not abusing them, insulting them, saying, oh, what are you saying? Go and sleep. What are you saying? How can you engage people by using insult, by not putting your resources? They will tell you, let us do this. Some people were saying yesterday, oh, we have to support. Till now, I'll still to see that kind of support moving, because I will also give you another scenario that we Nigerians, we are not yet ready. Example happened in the Republic of Gambia. When Yahya Jammeh, the people of Gambia told Yahya Jammeh, we don't want you, whether you are from Mesere, whether you are from Serekunda, whether you are from Banjul, or whether you are from Jola, or whether you are a Pular, they do not care. They united together to say, Yahya Jammeh, you are going to leave by fire, by force. You will leave. What do? The Gambians back home were doing their mobilization, whereby the Gambians that are in diaspora. I went to different countries to speak to different Gambians, looking at what their election is. I wanted to see how they are going to use this energy to change what is happening on ground. They did it. They made sure that they picked Adama Barrow, who was a security guard here, and they told him, we are sending you this message. Go there and we want you to be president. We want you to do this thing for us. Adama Barrow went home and the whole opposition parties united together in the sake of Adama Barrow. And they make sure that they delivered for Adama Barrow. People in the diaspora were not only putting their support, they were financially supported. It's not by insult. They were talking to Gambians on ground. They were talking to Gambians in Senegal. They were talking to Gambians in Mali. They were talking to all Gambians in the whole West Africans to come back home to make sure that Yahya Jammeh leaves office. Yahya Jammeh left, he actually lost the election. That was the first time Yahya Jammeh lost. And he conceded. 3 days later, he said no, he cannot leave office, that there were irregularities. And the Gambians told him, Oga, it is time and you are leaving. They made sure he left that post. What are we trying to say? Nigerians, we come here, we want to fight ourselves, we want to use this religion, listen, this is not the time for us to be saying about this. Whether APC flag bearer is carrying a Muslim ticket, that is their own business. You have to know that this is a political party. They do political parties. What you don't know, they have what is called their manifestos. This is what they dwell in. They don't dwell on your manifesto. So whatever they are picking, it shouldn't be your business. Your business is to make sure that you deliver and have a person that is for a nation building. For you to have a sense of belonging, you must have to elect somebody who wants to take your own flag. This is what we should be talking about. If you tell Nigerians now, how do we do this? They say, God, who he help? Who he help? This kind of language, this kind of rhetoric language is not acceptable because we are not helping matters. Some people will just sit down there, they look there, that they debate now. You cannot do anything. But there are people who are fighting tooth and nail, day in, day out, talking here to sanitize people back home, even here in diaspora. But you are there in the comment section, busy abusing them just because they don't talk your own way. It doesn't matter. What matters right now is how to elect a competent leader who believes that Nigeria is all for us, not for his own pocket or for his brother who is singing another song to kill or one or two brothers that just for his own selfish interest. It does not work like that. We as Nigerians, we must put together ourselves, resources, put intelligence there. Let us leave this kind of, this not my brother from here. This one is Igbo. This one is that one. And those kind of rhetoric is stupid. Because when the Gambians, when they were electing their leader, they didn't see that, Adama Barrow is a Muslim. What's his name? Yahya Jammeh is a Muslim. Mr. Jallo is a Christian. This one. They said, no, Gambia belongs to Gambians. It is not for just what is called Yahya Jammeh. It's not for him. It belongs to Gambians. And true today, Gambians now belong to Gambia. Where is Yahya Jammeh? He's in exile in Equatorial Guinea. Because this is the power of the people. We cannot just come here, well, because you are not supporting this, you are that, you are not supporting Obi, no, it shouldn't be that. Whoever want to support, let them support. But we are saying we must, all Nigerians, make sure we put our energy together to enable us to have a decent person to rule us. It's not for my own pocket. I've been advocating this for more than 3 years. Go and ask. Go and check the records. I don't come here to come and talk just because I want to talk. I have been advocating that a time will come that this smaller party is going to change the status quo. We have markets now. Most of the people who have been on Nigeria Watch, they will recognize my voice and they will tell you, I have been advocating this far back, even before the advent of Obi. Obi was never my candidate. Let me tell you, I'm still talking to you now. Sowore has been my #1 candidate because I believe somebody who has not been taken, let them give him. We do not care if the cat is black and white, as far as it can catch his mice. So Nigerians,
We must now try to kill on somebody who will take us back to promised land. Obi was never my candidate, but I believe when I saw his vision, what he wanted to do for Nigerians, I have to, because I'm not a selfish person. I have always seen my Muslim brothers as my friend. I have always seen my Eastern brothers as my friend. I've always seen my Western brothers as my friend. I've always seen my Southern brothers as my friend. It does not mean that because you come from this, you are not a Nigerian. We are all Nigerians. In all, I have to tell you, my people, this is not the time for us to fight. If you want to actually have mean well for Nigeria, like you see your brothers that are crying, how many of you can actually testify what is happening in the Mediterranean Sea right now? You can't tell, because I've seen it with my eyes. I have seen my brothers, some of my brothers being killed broad daylight. I have seen some of my brothers being carried in coffins from the Mediterranean Sea. Some died in the desert and never come back home to say hello to their father and their mother. That doesn't touch you as a Nigerian to say, no, it is time we say enough of this. Let us have our country back. Thank you very much. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Machiavelli, for that amazing submission. Thank you for that. I'm going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Aruna Goro. Mr. Aruna, please.
Okay, hello, good evening. Thank you very much for the opportunity to make a contribution regarding this whole matter. As a knowing what's going on, I think a lot of people do not understand the dynamics of northern politics working together with the western part of Nigeria. The Tinubu took time to think, because he already feels this is his turn and he needs to get it by hook or by crook. So he wasn't going to play, even if there were rules or games, rules to guide how things should be done. He would find a way of, just going around it. So the whole idea of a Muslim, he being from the South, he may not be as serious a Muslim as the way Northerners look at him, but he needs to get the strength of a very strong Muslim from the North that can stand side by side with him, because as far as they are concerned, and for anybody to become a president in Nigeria, he needs not just the North, but the Muslim North to make him, like Tinubu has been a kingmaker. So he believes for him to now finally become the king, he needs to go to the core North and the Muslim from the North. So this thing started, remember, this person, the Shetima, is the chairman or the one that is like the president of the northern governors. They advocated for a southerner with an arrangement. And this person from Kaduna State, that is El Rufai, he had a Muslim ticket in his second term. And when people rose in arms saying, why would you do that? He said he's doing it not for religion, but for competence, meaning there is no Christian in the entire state of Kaduna that had the competence of a Muslim. Now, the same Tinubu, when he was asked, why did you go for a Muslim instead of a Christian as your running mate? He said he's looking for competence, not religion. So that means in looking, knowing what's been happening in the North, the killing, after the Muslim ticket in Kaduna State, the number of killings by Muslim killing other, even killing fellow Muslims that are standing in their way, and killing Christians in churches and all over, it increased after he had a Muslim, meaning that you cannot be challenged. Nobody can tell you if there's anything, any insurgent, there's any killing, any kidnapping. And most of the ones doing the kidnapping, the killing, the Boko Haram, 99.9% are all fanatical Muslim. So the whole thing about this Muslim is strategic. I know that we're saying the constitution is, it's neither Muslim or Christian. I come from the north. Some of my family members are Muslim, some fanatical. And then I happen to be a Christian and a pastor. So I know exactly how the North plays the card. Tinubu just wants to be president at all costs. So the simple thing to do now, since Obi is not a religious fanatic, even though he's a Christian, Obi is not playing the sectional card, he's not playing the tribal card, he's not playing the religious card, which the Muslims do. For a Muslim, we need to know a Muslim is not a president first. He is not a vice president first. He is not a leader first. He is a Muslim and is answerable to Allah. He only does what Allah tells him. So even if whatever is going wrong in Nigeria, they answer to what the imams tell them. So I think a lot of people from the South do not know this. And so that's why we talk and we just think, oh, no, it's a secular. The Muslims don't understand secular. That's why they ask for Sharia. And that's why you go to, even down south, you go to the east, you go to Port Harcourt, you go wherever, you will see the top people that are there that are heading, whether it's immigration, whether it's custom or police, they are all from the core north and they are fanatical Muslim. That's why it's difficult. If there is any problem, you will find out. Maybe they say there's agitation in the east. Immediately to be clamped down, and the people will be arrested, and they can even order shooting. You've heard about even the military shooting places, the camp where people are supposed to be safe. So there is an agenda, but because we Christians or people that come from the Christian faith or we are kind of more accommodating. We understand. We don't want to play the religious card. But for the Muslim, that's what they are after. So now, leaving that aside, this should be an open window and an opportunity for all Christians, whether from the north or south, to now say, we are looking, because most Christians want to see the progress, that they are not trying to promote Christianity. They are trying to take care of the lives of people, the welfare of people, the health of people, education, security. But for a Muslim, he doesn't think that. He's there to propagate Islam. Allah is the supreme one, and Muhammad, the holy prophet, is the only prophet of Allah. And any Muslim that is seen, in fact, it is said, for any Muslim to be in a place and to be ruled by an infidel, it is completely a haram. It must not be allowed. So, and then there is the other aspect which many of you may not even realize. They have vowed no evil, which is we refer to them as Inyamiri. No Inyamiri will ever become a president in Nigeria. It's already been vowed. So this time we need to wake up and realize that we need to push together. Since this person was able to get this person, Yusuf, as his running mate, and Yusuf seems to be more open-minded, is a person that is even critical of the current government. So let's now put our heads together, put our energy, our resources together, and see how we can bring transformation and change in Nigeria that is not based on ethnicity, is not based on religion, but for the Muslim, that's what they are going after. And even if you get, even if it was to be Atiku that was to get through, and he had the Okowa there, he is going to subdue him. They're going to remove him or do something so that they can still push their agenda. Muslims come in there, very few of them are objective, just like the way Christians are. So I will advise us here not to exert our energy bothering so much about this Muslim ticket. The simple way to deal with it, if we want to see change, let all the Christians and the open-minded Muslim and whatever religion people adhere to or believe, let them just think about Who is this visionary? Who is this person that is not thinking about his tribe, not thinking about what region he comes from or what church he goes to, but he's thinking about moving Nigeria forward, bringing an end to this insurgence, stopping this, because people are not safe and you can't do business, you can't do anything in Nigeria in this current condition. And so we need to now push who is this person. And even though I was for Buhari, I pushed for Buhari, they did everything on the internet campaign for him because I believe that I wasn't looking at religion, that this man is against corruption. But see what he has done. There's more corruption now. And I thought being a person from a military background, immediately this whole thing about security will become a thing of the past. But now we have more insecurity, than, if the army are not even safe as the army, our airports are not safe, the roads are not safe, the railways are not safe. There's actually no government. So we need somebody that can move this thing forward. Somebody like Tinubu will just take us to the past. And Shetima has been like among the sponsors of these terrorists that are coming, but they are camouflaged. So there is an agenda that we need to wake up and realize and say, we are not going to allow it. How do we take the nation back than allowing these people to go on this way?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Aruna, for that contributions. Thank you. I'm going to come back to you shortly. We had a little bit of difficulties hearing you, the speaker. Thank you, Mr. Aruna, once again. We still have like 3 people who are yet to say anything. But before I move further, guys, please help me to like this broadcast. Likes are not encouraging. Honestly, I must be honest with you guys. The likes are not even encouraging at all. Help us to like this broadcast so YouTube can, spread our message like wildfire so more people can come here and see what we are doing here. So please, guys, help us to like this broadcast. Like it and share this broadcast. Please, please, please like and share. And do not forget that you can support us by just clicking on the $ on the comment section. Just click on the $, whatever you have, $1, $2, whatever you have at all. And it doesn't necessarily have to be dollars. Whatever country that you find yourself right now, you could donate with any currency of your choice. So please, guys, support us and also help us to like and share this broadcast. The likes are not encouraging at all. Help us to do so. Thank you very much, and God bless you as you do. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Sunday Godfrey. Mr. Sunday, please, are you ready for me?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Good evening to you. How are you doing today?
Good evening. It's afternoon here. Thank you, Niger Watch. This is my first time on the program, but I've always been on the comment.
Oh, amazing, Mr. Sunday. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much for being here today. Go ahead and make a submission, please.
Okay, yeah, that's why you see this is a very touchy topic, especially this Muslim, Christian ticket. The thing is, Nigeria is very polarized as it is right now, and this is a very, very sensitive topic. So whether we like it or not, religion will always play a vital role, a pivotal role in the politics of Nigeria and in the world at large. Even here in America, religion play a very big role in the choosing of their president and whosoever is the governor and stuff like that. So my question is, let's just flip this thing. Let's just flip the scenario. Say if it was a Christian ticket, what do you think would be happening right now in the country? We are really tired of all this. Yeah, we are really tired. Some of us want to come back home, but we don't want. We cannot. We really want a good governance. Like we really want what we are experiencing here in the diaspora. But we know and we realize that the people on ground have to make the change. But when they are coming with their polarization, and they are coming with Muslim ticket, it is a slap on the face, whether you like it or not. That means you are just literally telling a section of the country that they don't mean anything, they cannot do anything, they cannot say anything no matter what you do, only because you want to become a president. So people's feelings, people feelings don't mean anything to you. Remember, they were on consultation even before this Shetima came up. So they want to tell me that there is no Christian in the whole of the North that can be a vice. So they were on consultation and they chose him because they know what they want to do. So that's why we are saying, as much as we like it or not, whether it's saying of competence or what, as much as we want to hear it or not, religion will always play a role in Nigeria. But we probably in the diaspora, we don't want that. That's why we are preaching. That's why we are taking our time talking, educating, so that they should not see it that way. Because good governance is good for everybody. But with this Muslim ticket, I tell you, there's gonna be chaos. If Tiobala said, whether it by hook or crook, if he emerges, what will really be happening in the country? That's our fear. It's not like, oh, we don't trust the people. Oh no, we were all here in 2014 when they came up. They said Jonathan must go. Whether what, just because he was a Christian. So let's not just make as if they are doing this thing because they are looking for competence and so on and so forth. There are competent Christians in the North. So we should really, really think about this. So we are calling all the Christians.
Mr. Godwin, can you hear me, please?
Yes, yes.
So I'm getting a lot of messages. Some people are actually trying to call, but I can't exactly be picking calls every time a panel, one of my panelists are talking. So I'm just going to quickly direct one of the questions to you. One of the questions I just received. Somebody asking because I think this question is actually directed to you because you're the person speaking right now. So the person asking, what way has religion helped Nigeria? I had this question before because, but I got a little bit of backlash. But the truth is we're here to educate ourselves and educate people that are watching us. Not everybody understands what a Muslim or a Muslim Christian or a Christian ticket is. Not everybody understands the advantages or the disadvantages of a Muslim Christian or a Christian ticket, right? So now my question to you is, in what way has religion helped Nigeria? Because you say it's a big slap to Christians, saying that, oh, that means you don't have regard for the Christians. So I'm going to ask one last time, in what way has religion helped Nigeria? Thank you.
Yeah, religion has not helped Nigeria in any way. But the thing is, as far as we Southerners are tolerant, it is not the same for the North. So religion, like an average Southerner doesn't have any problem with religion. But the North is making a big deal out of it. That's the main problem. An average Southerner doesn't have any, they just want their good life. They just want to travel the whole country. They just want to enjoy life. But the North, they are taking this thing so personal, like their life or their life depends on it. We were all here. Somebody came on live, a presidential candidate came on live, on national TV, said that the North will not vote for a particular candidate because it's coming from the East. What does that mean? So, and that's what I'm saying. Religion has not made it, but the way they are going about it, it is making us now, the South, to rethink it that, wait, what are these people trying to do? An average Southerner just want a good life, a perfect life, just want to travel, just want to, go to the mountains, go everywhere. But no, they're not. Not saying it that way.
What are the disadvantages of a Muslim ticket? Because people need to know. We need to know. People are asking, and guys in the comment section, you don't get to tell me, or you don't get to say the questions that are relevant or irrelevant. Just because you know these things doesn't mean everybody watching knows. Just because you know doesn't mean I know. Okay.
Sister Kashi, please, I want to ask that person, what way that competence since 1960 till now, how do competence have helped us? Help me ask that person to let you explain.
Which person are you throwing that question to, please, Mr.
That person that asked that what way of religion has helped us? What way of competency?
I cannot ask because the person is not one of the people on the panel section.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, my dear.
Miss
Yes.
Kathy, can I answer the question? Or
Please hold on. Please hold on. I was just addressing something. You know, we get WhatsApp messages as well as calls. I was just addressing people on the comment section. You don't get to say which questions are relevant or irrelevant. You might know the things doesn't mean other people know. I might know doesn't mean that you know. You might know doesn't mean I know. So we are also here to learn in as much as we come here to air our views, you know, pour our hearts, emotions, passion as to our country, Nigeria, doesn't mean that we should not learn in the process. In fact, since I started this show, there are a lot of names, a lot of things I've learned I didn't know before. So we are here to learn. So please, guys, just take it easy on the comment section. If you have so much to say, or if you feel you know so much, why not join us here on the screen? Click on the link and come to the screen and join us and air your views. Let Nigerians, let the world hear you speak. Because it's so easy to just, you know, go on your computer or go on your phone and just type anything you want to type. Come on the screen, air your views. Let people hear what you say. Let people hear what you think concerning what is going on in the country. People are learning. People are watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. People are watching us, so you cannot exactly tell them, oh, this question is irrelevant. They might be asking because they don't know. So please, guys, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Thank you very much. Mr. Godfrey, you can go ahead, please.
Okay, yeah. It has not helped. That's what I'm saying. But it's the way they are going about it over in the north that is making us to rethink. Before now, an average Igbo man does not care who becomes the president, as far as he can go to Sokoto and do his business, as far as he can go to Maiduguri and do his business. He doesn't care who becomes the president. But when Jonathan came, that was when most people started saying, oh, like the way they almost choked life out of his presidency was making people to rethink that what is in that presidency. Meanwhile, even when Jonathan was even as a president, his own state was not even developed. Right now, Castina is not even developed. That was where they attacked. But the way they are going about it is making some people to rethink, like, okay, what is in that place that everybody is really, really wanting it. So coming up with, like I said, coming up with this Muslim ticket, an average Southerner does not have a problem with it. But an average, like Mr. Haruna said, that it is whether agenda or what. But now it is making us to think like, that means there is no Christian in the north. That means among every Christian in the north, so there's no one competent person. That is a slap on our faces, please.
Thank you.
Whether what we are saying, we should understand people are so attached to their religion, even the one that are practicing traditional religion. It is a matter of the soul, it's a matter of the heart. They are so attached to their religion. That is why when you come against somebody's religion, they will kill you, they will burn you. Not every religion has that philosophy, but some has it, because people are so attached to it. So don't come here don't come and brush a whole section of the people because you don't want to adhere to their feelings. I'm asking this question again. If it was a Christian ticket, what will you think? How would the temperature of the country will be right now? Place will be burning. So I would just like to stop there, but let us respect people's religion. Religion has not helped us, but it has helped people in one way or the other. That's why they are so attached to it. That's why you see there is always a controversy when religion is mentioned, because people are so
All right,
attached to it.
thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Sunday Godfrey. We have a caller here, Mr. Pius. Mr. Pius, good evening. Thank you for calling today. Mr. Pius, can you hear me, please?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
Yeah, God bless you for this. Yes, I greet the house. There is something that is happening. Everybody having your different wisdom, and we have different thinking. I want people to know, those things that is happening. So, Fela has talked about those things for years before the guy was dead. Senokosu talked about those things that is happening. So, before Senokosu was gone. You see, Unadi Kano, He started about those things that is happening now. He said it and I said it. I started saying it. Nigeria did not listen. Nobody listened. But everything is happening now. How can we get Muslim? My sister, if it happened, the people that's always there in Nigeria now is just small. We are going to have thousands of people that will die. Can you tell me maybe in a house, if I have 2 or 3 children or 4 children, some are Christian, some are Muslim, it will be supporting only the Muslim. Do you think the Christian will be happy? Or maybe it will be supporting only the Christian, is not supporting the Muslim, is not sharing between the two. Do you think the family will be happy? No, please, let us stand for the truth. If we do this mistake, no voting PeterObi for Nigerian president, or we vote either APC or PDP, Nigeria is ready. Nigeria is going to divide. People do mark it today. Nigeria is going to be divided. If not PeterObi win this election, if not people put that table, Nigeria is going to be the worst. If you vote Tinubu, Nigeria is going to be the worst. People should go and mark it, what I'm saying today.
All right, thank you.
Let us stand for the truth. Let us stand Muslim and Muslim doesn't mean or Christianity. It means a lot. It means a lot. Because since I was born, we meet in Nigeria that Muslim and Christian. Why is this changing it now? That's just what I want to say.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pius, for that wonderful contributions. So, guys, the phones are open right now for calls. You can call in, but please note that I might not be able to interrupt any one of the panelists when they are making their contributions. So please call in now to make your contributions. Please call in to make your contributions. Thank you very much, guys. Let's just take a moment to wait for people to call in right now. While I acknowledge everybody in the comment section, I can see Guy Onwalele. Thank you so much. I can see James Aka. Thank you. I can see Matthew Chima. Mr. Matthew Chima, thank you so much for being here with me. I can see BTV Ninja. I can see Angela Larry. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you so much for being here. I can see Free for Christ Mwata. Thank you. I can see Harubi here. Harubi, thank you. Eric Oliobi, thank you. Yuki Ebo, thank you so much for being here. I can see Nom Living. Nom Living, thank you for being here. Amazing Grace USA, thank you. Mommy of all mommies, Mommy Diaspora, thank you so much. June Obaseki, thank you. Naomi Bella, thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate you guys and everything you do. I can see June Obaseki, Israel Asemota, Calvin Iwambi, thank you. And the best wife, thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you, Mr. Rock, Mr. Biglow. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. I can see Marita Okonse, love. Thank you. I can see Jolly Ogbemudia. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. We have a lot of comments here, and we have a lot of people watching us right now, and the likes are not encouraging. Guys, please like this broadcast and share it. We are just telling you to spread our message like wildfire whenever you like our broadcast. So please to like is actually free, and to share is actually free. So guys, let's not just come here and keep talking. Let's actually put our talk into action by liking and sharing this broadcast so more people can see what we are doing here. Thank you all so much. Edo Lights Watch, I see you right there. The Nemesis Trek, I see you right there. Naomi Bella, thank you too. I see you right there. Thank you all so much. Mario Gino, Baba Kes, TBC, Mr. John E, Mr. Mori, Mr. Aigbe, Mr. Chukwuemeka DK, Mr. Theobala, everybody that has been here, Madam Rita, Mr. Machiavelli, thank you guys for being here. Mr. Aaron Agoro, thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Okay, that being said, there's no caller yet. Let me acknowledge those people watching us right now. Thank you so much, guys. You know, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. I keep saying this all the time. I love you all so much. Thank you. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. John E. Mr. John E, please go ahead and make your contributions.
Good evening. How are you doing today, Kaji?
Very well. Thank you, Mr. John. How are you too?
I'm doing well. God bless you guys all. How are you? I hope everything is well with you guys today. Well, the topic is nice. The Muslim. I put a link. I'm not sure if we can watch that video, Kachi. Is that possible? Because I found it to be interesting. A friend sent it to me
Uh,
yesterday.
okay. Okay, that's possible. We can actually display something once we verify, and we try as much as possible to display whatever any
It's
news or any videos that is verified. But you can send it via the private, or the phone numbers for WhatsApp on the screen, so you can just copy that phone number
I
right
sent
there
it. I
and
sent
just
it
send us.
towards the. I'm not near my phone now, but I sent it in the private chat. Do you not see it? It's
Oh,
been,
okay. I might not be able to extract the link from there. So I'm just going to post the WhatsApp number again on the screen. So you can just copy the WhatsApp number and send me the link straight to WhatsApp, and I'm going to receive it. We are going to receive it. Thank
okay.
you very much, Mr. John. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, my phone is in the office, but anyway, it was in a video of here in the States in a city called Minnesota. Uh, we have a lot of in a state called Minnesota, Minneapolis. We have a lot of immigrants from Somalia. And the video that I sent, one newscaster went to go because there was kind of a report saying that a lot of the people from Somalia that live in the city that are migrants from Somalia also end up going back and fighting for some of the kind of extreme sort of Islamic groups in Africa and in some of the Muslim world. And so a journalist went to this city and he was interviewing a lot of people that live there that are Somalian that are now immigrants from Somalia. And the topic, what he was basically asking them was that, what do you think? Do you think that Sharia law is more important than the Constitution of America? And would you rather live under Sharia law or would you rather live under the Constitution of America? But the way he started it all out was he was asking, what do you think about America? Do you think America is nice? Like, how do you find the country? And 100% of the people he asked said, yeah, America is wonderful. They have freedom of religion. It's good here. We're able to do business. People treat us nicely. But as soon as he turned to the topic of whether or not they would rather live under Sharia law or would they live under, a secular constitution, the American law, 100% of them said that they rather live under Sharia law, that Sharia law is God's law, and not man's law, and that they feel more comfortable in a country that's under Sharia law. And then he asked them further, does that mean you would, he asked them kind of pressing questions. Do you understand why people get killed when they talk negatively against the Prophet Muhammad? And all of them said yes, because that they understand why that is something that happens, and they're not against people getting killed or harmed because they talk against the Prophet. They went further to ask them, would you feel more comfortable if they made it illegal in America for people to talk against the Prophet Muhammad? And all of them said yes, that it'd make them feel better if it was illegal to talk against the Prophet Muhammad. They even went further and said, "Oh, would you want to now live in a country, that's under Sharia?" They said, "Yes, that's the country that I would like to live in." So I thought the video was really interesting because these are people that maybe escaped from Somalia for one reason or another, and now they find themselves in a country that definitely has problems of its own, but at least tolerates them from a religious standpoint. Nevertheless, they found it that they want to live under Sharia, and that Sharia is the thing that that they feel is best for them. So I found that video to be really, really interesting. And then, in some of the other research that I've done, if you look at another country like Pakistan, Pakistan was also colonized by the British, just like Nigeria. And India. India was also colonized by the British, just like Nigeria. But did you know that India and Pakistan used to be one country? Do you know the reason why India and Pakistan broke up? India and Pakistan broke up because the Muslims in Pakistan and the Hindus in India were too different to get along. So they broke up. If you go and ask Google now, why did India and Pakistan separate? It'll tell you specifically, without any mincing of words, that India and Pakistan broke up because the Muslims in Pakistan were wildly different from the Hindus in India. So I have to ask myself, I'm not I believe in religious freedom. I grew up Christian, but abumonye omenala. So I give whatever you want to believe. You believe whatever you want to believe. But maybe the people in the north who have a history before Nigeria, like the people in the northeast and the people in the northwest, when you actually go and you look at their history, they have a history before the British came to colonize us. And maybe the same way that we're sitting here saying, oh, well, we feel comfortable in a secular country. We feel comfortable, we don't think about religion. We don't see religion. Maybe it's going to be difficult for you, but maybe you put yourself into the mindset of someone who doesn't see things like you. Maybe to them, they're not overlooking these things. Maybe they feel uncomfortable in a secular society. Maybe they feel uncomfortable in a society that they have to share
What do you think? Well, what do you think, Mr. John? Do you think the Muslim ticket is a slap to the Christians? What do you think? I want to know what you think.
Well, the very nature of your question suggests that you are somehow trying to say Nigeria is not one, right? Because I personally don't, I don't shy away from it. I don't believe in one Nigeria, and that's because I don't think Nigeria is one country. And so by saying that Muslim ticket is a slap in the face to the Christians, what you are saying is that Christians, or if a Christian ticket emerged, Christians and Muslims have some level of irreconcilable differences that make it very, very difficult for them to exist in one space and not overlook these things. And I'm not the sort of person that will come here and say, oh, I don't see color, or I don't see ethnicity. That to me, I don't think everyone who says that, I don't think that they're bad people. I know that they're not bad. I know they have good intentions, but I don't see that as being honest, because you have to see diversity, right? We're not one people. I mean, we were put together by a colonial power. We're not one people. We should be celebrating our differences and understanding that we have differences in order to meet ourselves at a round table as equals. And the only way that you can do that is if you see clearly that there are people that have differences than you. So the Muslim ticket, anyone who's against the Muslim ticket, and at the same time is saying that we live in one Nigeria, it's kind of like an oxymoron. It's kind of like you're having internal battles in your mind. Because if you truly believe in one Nigeria, you shouldn't be focused on Muslim. And I know some people will rebuttal and say, okay, well, no, we're not yet at that point. Let PeterObi get there, and then the next person, then it could be Muslim. There's never, if we're just honest with ourselves, and you listen to what I said about the people in Minneapolis, that even though they are now living in a society that gives them religious freedoms, you'll realize that with Pakistan and India, there are such things as irreconcilable differences. I am personally never going to feel. I went to Dubai. Well, I remember traveling through Dubai to come to Nigeria once upon a time, and it was my first time in Dubai. And it was an 8-hour layover, and I arrived there at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I was upset because I thought that I was supposed to get an accommodation, a room, because at 2 a.m. there's an 8-hour or 9-hour layover. I didn't want to sleep on the bench. I thought that I was going to get one of, just a room to sleep in. I was upset arriving there. And I was thinking that, being from a country that people are free to express themselves, I thought I would be able to go and express my frustration to people. And I didn't realize that I was, it didn't click until it clicked that I was landing in a country that is pretty extreme when it comes to their religious views. And so immediately that I picked up on it and I realized, like, hey, these people are, they're not the progressive people that you might see in some of the other countries. I immediately felt like I was completely out of place. And I pledged to myself, I am never going to go to a country that is 100% Islamic, because they just have a different fundamental view of the world than I do. And you cannot impose your worldview on other people. We're never going to be able to impose how we feel as liberals or Democrats or Christians or whoever or Southerner. We're never going to be able to impose that on people in the North who themselves feel like the way that they live their lives is the correct way to live the life for them. So again, I try to beg Nigerians. I really do try to beg Nigerians. We have to stop shying away from a conversation that must be had. Are we really one country? Are we truly one country? If we're truly one country, Muslim ticket, deal with it. That's my contribution.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. John, for that contribution. Thank you. You have your way of just, adding everything together. But I'm going to come back to you pretty soon. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Murray. Mr. Murray, please, are you ready for me?
Yeah, thank you, Kachi, for having me. How are you doing today?
Good evening. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you're doing great too.
Yeah, thank you for asking. Thank you for the opportunity once again. My greetings to estimable audience across the globe and my fellow panelists. I saw the topic. I think, like you stated, to say it's an insult is an understatement. Every nation has its own peculiarity. We cannot just now begin to think because we live in America and we want the same conditions to apply in Nigeria. We cannot just now begin to think because we live in UK and want to treat like the British. It's not done overnight. We should not shy away from the truth. Politics like security is local. We have our own unique way. We are unique people. I don't want to go into the issue of our coming together, the first joining of the Southern and the Northern Protectorate. We're all aware of this, the jungle justice that was done there. We're not conducted, we're not, contacted where we wanted to be. We're forced together. So we'll be trying to manage our differences. Now, our nation is peculiar in the sense that we are a nation of multi-ethnic nationalities. And we have our own, our problems since 1960 has not been easy. We'll be trying to live with one another. So we cannot just now begin to feel it does Muslim or Christian ticket does not matter. It's like putting the cart before the horse. It's not going to move because it's the horse that pulls the cart. And again, we could try that some time ago in 1993. It worked for the Abiola and Kinjibe ticket. But times have changed. Things are different right now. We are highly polarized along religious and ethnic lines already. You can see the killing, the rates of killing, no trust. So, for anybody to wake up just now and think of a Muslim ticket, I want to say, I don't know if the people are insane. The Bola Tinubu I used to know, back in the days, used to be a very good strategist. When the Babangida juntas were busy killing people unnecessarily, it was one of the brains we had in Nadekos that were, carving the ways for people to escape from Nigeria. Maybe you tell me raising the money on how to counter the military regime. For somebody to just go on right now, considering the existing situation, considering the multifarious and hydra-headed issues, religiously, ethnically, and otherwise we are going through already, for somebody to wake up just and tell me it doesn't matter, I think he testing. I mean, the person is just testing our patience, taking our patience too far. And I want to believe it's not just even the Muslim, the person in question has been a subject of controversy over the years. I was listening to one video yesterday, one audio yesterday, leaked audio from the set Shatima to Abukele Mosu, the former governor of state. Dresses, the rhetoric from that gentleman, it's not the type we need at this crucial moment. Except, like people believe, they have a secret agenda. The earlier we rise up against this agenda, the better for all of us. It's not just a Muslim. This guy is is a jihadist. This guy is an extremist. This guy is a fanatic. So I mean, there's no balance. So much is given, they say much is expected. We have been taking a lot of things for granted for too long. This Nigeria is in the entire straight. This Nigeria is in a very critical situation. Critical situation, they say, requires critical solutions. We need the best of all this time around. If we have been joking with ourselves, we have been joking with our unity. It's not certainly not this time around. Please, except they have something they are hiding. I mean, even if you look at it, let's look at it from the Nigerian political equation. They are not doing it because they want to win election, because it's from minority. The minority of all minorities in Nigeria, the Northeast. It's not about the vote. If you want to take the fight to Atiku, it's not political based. Certainly not a Shetima. Shetima is not a match for Atiku. Except you're telling us that as a commander of Boko Haram and the terrorists we have down north, he will be able to, unleash another terror on us once again. Except that is what they are trying to tell us. So, if anybody wants to win presidential election in Nigeria, look at Lagos population. You look at Kano in the southwest population. Look at Port Harcourt population in the south. Not east. So must it be Shetima? Why must it be Shetima? Why must it be northeast? You already have a presidential flag bearer in the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a Muslim. You're going northeast. I mean, what are you telling us? I mean, the signal is not just clear at all. There is more to it than meet the ordinary eyes. The fall of a yellow leaf, they say, is a signal to the green one. We have to be careful. On this note, I rest my case. If I have opportunity, I have a lot of things to say. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Murray. It's always a pleasure to have you here because you're always spitting it the way it is. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here. I think this person is new. Mr. Chukwa Emeka DK, please. Can you hear me? Are you ready for me? Mr. Chukwa Emeka, please unmute your mic.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Mr. Chukwa Emeka. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. I'm doing great. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Is this your first time being here with us?
Yes, this is my first time to come in, and I've been watching this program for more than 30 times. You never bring me in.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's not my fault. So the thing is, the software we use can actually accept 10 people at once. So once the screen is filled up, once we have 10 people on screen, we can't accept more people. That is why, just to help us control, the crowd and all that. So apologies for that. So it's not my fault. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Where are you joining us from today?
Thank you very much. I love the topic.
Where are you joining us from?
Okay, I'm calling from Texas.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chukwemeka from Texas. Please go ahead and make the submission.
Okay. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Everybody know the two major roles that play in Nigerian politics. One is religion, two is ethnicity. There's no way you could move those two things out of Nigerian politics. Nigeria did not vote according to the competence. If Nigeria is voting based on the competence, do you tell me that Tinubu is more competent than Oshibanjo? Can Tinubu be more competent than Professor Sibanjo? If Nigeria is voting by the competence. So Nigeria is voting based on the ethnicity and religion. So if somebody are telling us Muslim ticket is a big slap in the face of the Christians. And I will be a voice, one of the voice to combat against that. The two religions that we have in Nigeria is Christianity and Muslim. And you can come and have Muslim tickets, which means they want to say that Christian that we cannot do nothing. And we have been hearing the story of the Islamized Nigeria. This is exactly handwritten on the wall that Nigeria has been Islamized. If they could run Muslim ticket. So we Christians will not fold our hands and see that. Whoever that giving you 1993 King Gibe and did he work? They run the Muslim, but they win the election. Did he work? He never worked. So we can't try something that didn't work. Nobody could refer to that. Why he didn't work? He was not balanced. There's no way you could play the politics of Nigeria. You are moving out the ethnicity and the religion. So that is the two key roles that play in Nigerian politics. Whoever that's telling any other thing, you are looking for competent. Buhari, is it Buhari competent? Is Buhari competent? Buhari has been there as president. He put the Brutai as chief of staff. He put the IG from police, all of them from the northern, and insecurity still be a problem in Nigeria. All of them are Muslim, we have seen it, and it didn't work. And why should we go and practice something that will not work again? They want to bring problem to Nigeria. They have a hidden agenda. They have a hidden agenda which they don't want to reveal tonight. Everybody know about the history of Shetima. He is the leader of Boko Haram. We were not afraid of saying that. He is one of the sponsors of Boko Haram. He was the setup about the Chibok, the kidnapping of the Chibok. He knows everything about that. The information was given to them for those girls not to go to school that very day. But he still insists that they should go to school. So Tinubu telling us there's no any competent somebody in Northern, a religious killed. Come on. We are not fools. Nobody should deceive us. Nobody should deceive us. We are not living in those past again. This is we are facing the reality. So who tell you that religion has nothing to do with politics of Nigeria? Is telling lies. Nigeria is not voting based on competence. If Nigeria is voting based on competence, how can Osebanjo be vice president to Buhari? Somebody who doesn't have primary school, and a whole professor is his vice, where his decision is taken. So whoever telling you Nigeria is voting based on competence, it is lies. It is not true. They vote in Nigeria based on ethnicity and religion. And they don't want to put it, and we know that, and we have to say it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Chukwuemeka, for that contribution.
Thank you,
Sister Kashi, can I just say something and let me leave?
Okay, Mr. Igwe, go ahead, please. Mr. Igwe, go ahead.
Thank you. It's just like to solidarity for to beg every Nigerians. You see, that is very important for we to be so vigilant. In fact, Christians so vigilant. And Sister Kashi, please, you are too learned. According to those people who sing a song, I don't know how they sing. I am too greater to be tempted with the devil also. You are too learned to understand this. I mean, nobody should put you as a second-class person, in the country. So Nigerians, we are not one. We are not one. Religion, we are not one. Ethnic, we are not one. So that is why you see this game has been playing since 1960, putting balancing into the government. That is why you see in Aso Rock, they build mosques in Aso Rock and they build church in Aso Rock. Whenever we have a Christian president, there is a church for him to go and pray, to worship, to fellowship. Whenever we have a Muslim president, there is a mosque for him to go and pray and to whatever as the case may be. So if somebody is bringing Muslim to the Aso Rock, meaning he is telling the Christians in Aso Rock or the church in Aso Rock that you are not important. So please, according to the last speaker here right now, let us be true to ourselves. And I salute the courage of Mr. Omoruyi. God bless you, sir, for this bitter truth. Who said it? We are Christians, and Muslim is our brother. As they are important, so are we important. Any person that says Muslim or whatever, competence has never helped Nigeria right from 1960 till now. Who has voted for competence ethnicity now? Nobody. So that is who we are. We are just managing ourselves based on the way the British has joined us together. Muslim will not be left aside. Christian will not be pushed behind. Any person that does that, he will not fly. And the Christian, take your PVC and vote for Christian Muslim etiquette. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank
Good
you
night,
very
everyone.
much, Igwe. God bless you too. Engineer Precious.
Good evening, Kashi.
Hi, Engineer Precious. Good evening. Thank you for joining me today. Please, where are you joining me from?
From Delta State.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Please go ahead and make your submission.
All right. I didn't really follow from the beginning, but I came in at some point and I was hearing some debate between Tiobala, a pastor, and then one that speaker.
Basically, we're just asking. You already know that Tinubu has picked his running mate already, which is
Yes,
Shetima.
yes.
So, Shetima is a Muslim. Tinubu is also a Muslim who is married to a Christian. So, what we're asking right now, a lot of people have come out to say that the Muslim ticket is a slap on the faces of the Christians. What is your take on that? Do you think that the Muslim ticket is a slap on the faces of the Christians?
Okay, thank you. Let me address it from both sides. I want to try and answer Tiobala, and then from the other man of God or pastor who was trying to say Muslim ticket is okay, and then the second speaker that seconded him. Okay, if you are talking about Muslim ticket in terms of general view, like if the people, the persons in question are transparent, and then they have the leadership, qualities, and then the leadership mindset, and then they can assure, like there's this feeling of assurance that they will carry everybody along. In the general sense, in this scenario, then Muslim ticket is not bad, it's okay. But if you are bringing it to our context in terms of Tinubu and Shetima, it's a big slap. That's the truth, because already these two personalities have a lot of controversies surrounding them. Tinubu is not different. Shetima has a lot of allegations or allegations as touching Boko Haram, and even this morning I was listening to a video of him talking to one governor, is it governor, ex-governor, I don't know now, about their plans and everything. Now, it does not give me confidence as a Christian. It does not. That alone does not give any Christian confidence that these guys have, this other religion people at heart. It doesn't give us. So this is why we are, going against it, and that is the part Yobala was coming from, and based on the fact that in that context, I actually support Yobala, because the truth is these two people have controversies around them. And like one of the speakers said, that before now nobody has ever really voted for competence. It's true. The first time we are really opting for it now is now. This is the first time competence is coming into play as far as politics is concerned. And if you were to compare all of them together, PeterObi is the most competent among all, including if you are to compare them and their vice VP. You see that PeterObi has the best combination so far. And I want to just put it this way: if, for instance, I just want to give an instance. We have as it is now, we have, let's say PDP brings Muslim ticket. Let's just assume that Atiku already is a Muslim, then Okowa is a Muslim, and then APC brings Muslim ticket. Let's assume Tinubu already is a Muslim, and then Shitima is a Muslim, and then Labour Party Muslim ticket. Let's assume now that Obi is a Muslim, and already Yusuf Ahmed is a Muslim. Who would we go with? That's the question. You will not see now that it's not really about the fact that it's just Muslim, it's just that they've not really give with the other two parties. We know from records that they don't really have, the entire people interest at heart. If Obi was a Muslim, already picking Yusuf as a Muslim, the way they are right now with all this leadership quality, with this level of education and orientation, we will definitely choose him, and ditch the others. So it's really more of besides just being religious, it's more of the inclusiveness. There has to be a way of bringing everybody together, because Nigeria is diverse in all ways. And so that is why we are afraid. That's why we are scared. These other two Muslim tickets, we have a lot of allegations going on around them. So there's no way we can trust them. And that is why Nigerians are against it. And this is why me too, I'm against it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Precious, for that submission. I'm going to come back to you shortly. We're going to be rounding up the show soon. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Cal. Mr. Cal, are you ready for me, please?
Yes. Kashi, good
Mr.
afternoon, good morning,
Hi,
good evening.
How are you doing today, Mr. Cal?
I'm good.
Okay, please go ahead and make your contributions.
All right. Thank you very much, my sister. I've been following the discussion. All the panelists, they've all spoken well. I want to start by saying that Nigeria, which is our country, the fundamental challenge we have is we too forget things. Why? Because we too endure. We are forgiving. Muslim ticket in Nigeria of today will not work. Why? Because that arrangement can work when all things being equal. But things are never equal in Nigeria. Nigeria politics still go towards ethnicity and religion. Those two play a fundamental role in our life, in our decisions, and in all we do. If we doubt it, let us come up with an argument now, ethnic argument in this platform. You will see the direction the whole thing will go. Igbos will go one side, Yorubas will go one side, Hausas will go one side. Or if we come in the religion, Muslims will go one side, Christians will go one side. So to balance the system, we go for Christian Muslim. All right. Now, have we forgotten that 2015, when this government came into power, they first came up with a policy or a memo asking the GOs and founders of all the churches to leave? We have forgotten that. Asking the GOs and the founders who have been for certain years to hand over power, to hand over leadership. I think we have forgotten that. Then we have a vice president who is a pastor.
God bless you, brother.
Now we have two criminals. I want to call them criminals. Why? Because their identities are not known. You have Tinubu, who is highly controversial. We don't know him, where he's from. Now we have a Boko Haram sympathizer. I want to call him a sympathizer because the undisputed argument of his complicity in Boko Haram and Chibok girls abduction has not been cleared, has not been disputed today. And then we are having them come in a ticket. That is highly questionable. That is number one. Number two is that I want us to understand that these politicians knows how to change our public discourse. For the past 48 hours, nobody talks about Tinubu's certificate anymore. Nobody talks about Tinubu's age. Nobody talks about. We don't talk about our main agenda, our main program, which is obedience. We're not talking about Christian Muslim tickets. One, they have tried
Mr.
to.
John, I'll have to cut you right there.
Okay.
You already know that the Nigeria platform is a news channel where we talk about news. We talk about things affecting us. We talk about news as they come up.
Yes, my sister.
So,
I'm talking generally about what's going on in Nigeria.
okay,
Now I'm talking about our panel.
because you were saying nobody is talking
No.
about.
Okay. No, I'm talking about in Nigerian public discourse now is about Muslim tickets, right? What I'm trying to do, they are smart enough to deviate attention of Nigerians to other things, right? So now, when we even come to this, we know that Tinubu on his own would have taken this decision. Christian ticket or Muslim ticket will not fly. He knows that as a smart politician. But what happens? They forced it on him. Now, we are going to fish out now, why did they force it on him? Now, let's go back from Tinubu and the Milokon situation. Tinubu, the power that be today did not want Tinubu to carry the flag of APC. They didn't want to give it to him. But when they saw that he was going to dispute it, he was going to create chaos in the system, in the party, they now say, okay, this is a gang up, the serious gang up against him. Now the land gang up, okay, we'll give it to you with the right hand and we're going to take it with the left hand. Now, this is time for every South. When I say South, I mean the South, Southeast, and Southwest. Christians in the North and the moderate Muslims to come together and stop these tickets. I tell you, when things is happening, you begin to ask yourself, why is this happening? You know that during their primary, Buhari's candidate was Lawan. He was who? Lawan. But when Tinubu and his men resisted it, they said, okay, we're going to give it to you, but we're going to take it back from you. So, number one is that this malams that Ojukwu told, said that has come, these guys never want, they are not ready to leave power. This Chetima is the person they have positioned to take over from Buhari to continue and finish their agenda. So what are we going to do now? We are going to strategize. Kashi, the other day, about 2 days ago, we were talking about going house to house, going on the street to sensitize people on how to vote and who to vote for. Good.
That was yesterday.
Good. Yes, I mean 100% of that program. Whatever it will take, we in diaspora can sponsor. Why do we want to do that? To sensitize Nigerians what is about to befall them. As we are doing that, we are going to find out how is election rigged in Nigeria. We need to find out how election is rigged. When we know how it's rigged, now we begin to sensitize people on how to stop it, how to prevent it. Maybe to vote and stand there until the vote is counted in that polling unit and declared. Because the northern governors stood behind Tinubu. Why would they stand behind him when they know that this arrangement will not work? Maybe the only way they will they will make it work for him is to rig the election, because there's no way this arrangement will fly. They are using MKO and Kingibe arrangement in 1993 as a yardstick of measurement. Nigeria is not 2022 is not 1993. 1993, everybody wanted the military to go. So if you have brought two animals, goat and ram, to contest election against the military, they will have won. So that arrangement will not fly. So I want us to begin to see things differently. Why are these people doing this? Why would Tinubu concede to using a northerner a Muslim in a ticket when he knew as a politician that this will not work. If it were worked, why didn't he play this game with Buhari 2015? Tinubu pairing with Buhari, because he will not, he will not have worked. So why are they doing it now? Tinubu is not good in age. I tell you, if we don't stop this, we are going to have a Yaradua situation. If he wins.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then as we are doing that, let's play low on this Tinubu agenda, Tinubu situation, and see how we can take strategic position, sensitizing people on how to vote, how to prevent rigging, and then we'll promote our obedience situation.
Thank you.
God
Thank you,
will
Mr. Kel.
make our plans, our aspiration to work, and we're going to have the Nigeria we all desire.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
very much.
Mr. Kel. Thank you, Mr. Kel, for that. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Nsibidi, please. Mr. Nsibidi, are you ready for me?
Yes, yes.
Good evening to you, Mr. Nsibidi.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much. I don't know if my voice is coming out
Yes, I
okay,
can hear
because I
you.
feel like
I
the
can hear
internet
you.
is it has been a bit unstable today for me.
I'm hearing you. Please go ahead.
All right, all right. So yeah, thank you, thank you. Obviously, like my brother Tiobala said, it's a slap to every reasonable and every Nigerian that is free of that is not having the Stockholm syndrome disease. It's a slap in the face. Anybody trying to make excuses for these people and trying to rationalize it and trying to claim to know more than Obasanjo that told us that there is an Islamization and Fulanization agenda. Anybody claiming that they know more than those people, Obasanjo, that have been a military president, head of state, and also a civilian, two-term president, and somebody is trying to make excuses for someone. So anybody that is thinking that way is having what they call Stockholm syndrome. They have developed love for their oppressors. In fact, they feel like they cannot survive or they cannot live without their oppressors anymore. So obviously, it's a slap in the face. And like my brother was saying that the public discourse is changing, but it's at the same time it's changing. It's like a double-edged sword. It's also showing us that the only reasonable and sensible candidate to support is PeterObi. So that is what it's actually doing. People don't need to come out and say that, as much, but that's the only hope. Now, a lot of people have actually turned their backs on some people that were on the fence. Maybe not all, but some people that are on the fence right now are now looking towards Peter Obi's direction. Because some people are still trying to say, oh, Tinubu, maybe. It's not about the Muslim exactly. It's because of what has been happening. The conspiracy theories that are no longer conspiracy theories. The several things that have implicated this running mate, Shetima. The pictures, the videos, the audio leaks, everything. So anyone that is not seeing this as a big threat, that person is deceiving himself or herself, you know. So it's just common sense. Nobody needs to tell you what you can see clearly with your eyes. You might be there saying, oh, well, maybe after all, Ishetima said, okay, in the leak, maybe he was talking about the Igbo. According to him, South and Southeast is seeing them as one people. Then even the Southwest he made it clear there that it's not because of the love or because of the necessary collaboration they had to have with them, according to his plan or their plan in APC. the necessary collaboration they have to have because of access to the sea. So they will have to collaborate just because of that. I didn't say it. You know, when we are saying this thing, people might say, oh, why? I'm not the one that said this is what is out there. People are saying it. The person who accused him of being the sponsor of Boko Haram, is he me? Is he somebody from the south? Is he a Christian? Is he a bishop somewhere or a pastor somewhere? Is he not the former governor of Borno State, the same Borno State where he's from? And we are still thinking we know more than, you know, I sometimes don't know whether you should laugh for Nigerians or if you should cry for Nigerians. And we're still thinking we know, and we're still thinking we know more than people that are dining with these people that are the same political level or even above these people. So it's just clear that obviously we are not talking about, people should not make it look like it's something against the Muslim or whatever. No, it is the kind of radicals. These are extremists. These are not the normal Muslims. These are not the good Muslims. So we cannot say that Muslim Islam is what we are afraid of. No, we are cautious and we are defending ourselves from extremists. So that is just the thing. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. STBD. Please mute yourself. Thank you. Can hear myself back. All right. Thank you very much, everyone who has contributed. Mr. Arena, Mr. John, Mr. Kel, Mr. Sibidi, Mr. Omorigi, Edo Light. Thank you so much, Mr. Theobala, Madam Rita, everyone on the panelists. Thank you guys so much for contributing. I think everybody has said a thing or two. Thank you all so much. To NG, I see you. I see you. Thank you so much to NG. I can see come. Thank you, Ebuka. I can see you right there. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. Arubi, I see you. Thank you so much. I can see all 2O Onomet. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Everybody in the comment section, to our amazing viewers, thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. The show is going to be coming to an end, but before I go, you know how we do it now. We have to give our panelists 30 seconds to round up, to talk to Nigerians from their hearts, talk to Nigerians in 30 seconds before we round up the show. I'm going to start with Mr. Omori. Mr. Omori, please. Mr. Omori, can you hear me? Okay, I guess Mr. Murray is not ready for us. I can see Gabriel Osolu. Thank you so much. I see you. I see you.
Sorry,
I see you right
network fluctuation. I'm here. Hello?
Mr. Murray.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now, Mr. Murray. 30 seconds, please.
Sorry for that technical issues. I'm on the road and I'm having the network issues.
That's
all right. Yeah, like I said earlier, really, the Muslim ticket in the political balance will have been a minus. Will have been a minus of Tinubu and his travelers. I don't see any political dividends coming from the Muslim ticket, but for the fear that, you know, people are not saying the fear that, considering the situation we are in the country that is already polarized, highly polarized along the religious line, that they could have some sinister motive. That's the only fear. Minus that, I think it's a plus for us and it's a minus for them. Nigeria, like I said before, and like I posted on the platform this morning, we are multi-ethnic nation, and we have our own unique style. We have multi-fathers and dry-headed issues we are battling with already. So anybody coming with such a ticket this time around is the most insensitive, it is careless, it's nefarious, it is out of place, it's a misplacement of priority, it is it is repugnant to the principle of fairness, equity, and natural justice. I rest my case. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Murray. Thank you for that submission. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Theobala. Mr. Theobala, please, your 30 seconds starts now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I also really want to thank every one of us here who have heard their view, especially the last speaker and the other one who really remind us of some stories. How this present government was about coming up with the initiation of removing some geos across the church. Imagine if Osibajo was not there. Imagine if it was a Muslim ticket. We should also remember how the Fulani wrote a letter to all the churches across Nigeria, telling them that they are the one that owns the land, that they should leave their resource, everything there to us. Remember how they plan to pass the water bill law so that they can have access to the water everywhere. So we should remember all these things. We're talking about it. If we don't have a misrepresentative there, it will be a big issue. We are even crying now, but sometimes we still have hope that Osinbajo is there. No matter what is happening, we'll have somebody to hold responsible. You are the one representing people. But now imagine without any of them, settlement will surely occur, whether we like it or not. Muslim ticket is not good for Nigeria, considering the predicament and the things we are facing in Nigeria today. Please go and get your PVC and vote the right person, which is the person of PeterObi. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tio. But I think I really do understand now the angle that you're coming from. Thank you for that explanation and clarification. I'm going to go straight to Edo Light. Edo Light, are you ready for me, please? Mr. Edo Light.
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Okay, your 30 seconds start now. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, my sister, my brothers in the panel as well. All Nigerians around the world, I greet everybody. So as I said before, I think it's a plus for me. For me, when I heard that Tinubu pick Muslim ticket, I went to Leader to go and buy wine and drink. Why? Because I know that it's a positive for us. And for the people that are saying that Muslim tickets will not go, I really still appreciate them. Why? Because we are talking about today now. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So I have to give them that plus as well. Because when I was growing, my mother told me, my father told me that if you see a tree that I cannot cut down, so he will better cut it down. So having said that, with the obedience, we have to be happy. Why? Because people in PDP and APC, they are decamping to Labour Party and all that. So I really appreciate that. And apart from that, before I will the last word I will say in this platform today is that we have to plan after PeterObi have emerged as a president. I think we have to continue with this debate and all that. Why? Because we cannot just leave him there as well, So we are in together. We are going to build our country together. We will not just leave it for Mr. Obi, as we did in Edo State. I wish we just follow up. I don't think that Obaseki will be misbehaving sometimes when it comes to killing in Edo State, So that is my submission for that. And all the PeterObi, we have to rejoice and be happy because it's a good news to us.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Edo Light. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Aruna Goro. Mr. Aruna, please.
Okay. Thank you very much and to you, Sister Kachi, and to the entire team. It's always a joy to be part of what is going on in Nigeria. Please, when Northerners speak on this matter, you people that are from the South, you need to hear us because we live with the situation every day. 2011, I want to conclude with this, that 2011, Buhari said, if he doesn't get to become president, he will make the government of Goodluck ungovernable, and he did it. Then he came in and they continued the agenda till now. I told people in the South that they are infiltrating the South, sending young boys to take over forests, and the Southerners were telling me, no, you don't know, you people are weak in the North, that they
we know how to deal with them. We can even use juju and all that. But today they have taken over the whole South because the South didn't understand how the Northerners think. To them, Nigeria belongs to them and they want to take it by force. So I want everybody to please wake up. Stop thinking while you're thinking secular, thinking Nigeria as one. They don't think that. They think Nigeria as their own. So since we have a window of opportunity through Obi, that should be our energy now. Let the disunity in the South stop. Then join some in the North that are open-minded. Let's bring about change and not think that these people mean well for us. There is an agenda. We are telling you from the North. We hear them. We speak Hausa. We know what they are saying. So please listen to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arna. I would really love to have you more here on our show. That's very insightful. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. John. Mr. John, are you ready for me, please?
Yeah. God bless the guy who just spoke. Because in fact, there is an agenda. I'm going to end by reading an excerpt from a U.S. intelligence report, and then I just want to ask a question. It's just going to take me to 30 seconds. The U.S. said that by 2030 or by 2023, 2030, the social contract between the weakened federal government and the Nigerian people is effectively broken. An attempt to restore confidence through a national election sweeps the electorally dominant Islamic political structure into power. Buoyed by this electoral success, the new government threatens to ruin family criminal enterprises and confiscates the wealth of the nation. Its ultimate end is to rebrand Nigeria as an Islamic state. The culmination of these negative trends and political actions spark a violent reaction from the non-Islamic population, and the country fails. This is from a U.S. intelligence report written by the U.S. Department of Defense. So if I have to ask you a question that you can ask yourself as you're leaving here, the Fulani have taken over the forest in the south, definitely in the southwest. They are telling you openly that Nigeria is theirs. The Obasanjo, other people are telling you that there's an Islamic agenda. I have to ask you this question. Is Nigeria one? Or do you really want one Nigeria? Do you think the Northerners are looking at the same one Nigeria that you are looking at? I didn't say it. It's a Northerner that just told you, the guy who spoke right before me. He said he speaks Hausa. He said that they have an agenda. So is the agenda the same agenda that you have? And the title of this program is it a slap in the face? Let me ask you another question. If somebody slaps you in the face and they're holding an AK-47, what will you do? Thank you very much. You guys have a blessed day.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. John E. You just left us with a big question mark right there. I hope you're going to come to our show tomorrow. Thank you very much. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Cal. Mr. Cal, please.
All right, my sister, God bless you again. I want us to know, and every Nigerian that was listening or that will listen later to know that Muslim tickets in Nigeria of today is a total scam. And we must do everything to stop this ticket. In Nigerian currency, there is Islamic sign in it. In Nigerian constitution, Islam is mentioned in several places. Christianity is never mentioned. This is an agenda. 2015, they came into power and they tried to dictate how churches should be administrated. I mean, should be run. If this guy is coming to power again, they may force Christians to go to churches only on Friday. We must stop this ticket.
Okay.
We must learn how they rig election and take strategic positions to stop and frustrate them. Thank you very much.
Right.
God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cal, for that. Thank you. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Nsibidi, please. Mr. Nsibidi, are you ready for me?
Yes, thank you. I will just
okay,
finish. All right. Yeah. Showore, and his media, Sahara Reporters. You see, this is part of the reason why a lot of people still don't, some people still don't trust him and or whatever he's talking about. The man, they are posting a video that one Peter Obi supporter is threatening people with guns that if they don't vote for Peter Obi, he's going to attack them. Imagine putting that propaganda out there, and yet you expect people to not to see you in a kind of way. The same thing that you did, you spent all your years and everything doing during the time of Jonathan. So there's that distrust. Okay, you think you're hurting Peter Obi, obviously, and do they think they are helping Showore himself? Obviously, if you hurt Peter Obi campaign, or you're helping Tinubu and these other people. So we need to understand where we stand, and that's why when some people come and tell us here that we have another alternative. So my point is that everybody should should wise up and should stop being naive, and we should begin to listen to the people that have warned us. America have said, top politicians in Nigeria have said, including military leaders have said. So we need to be very careful. We need to be wise. We need to be
Please.
watchful.
Okay.
Hello, Madam Kachi. Can I ask a question?
Okay, Mr. CBD, did you say something?
I was the one trying to say something.
I hope what I said was that. I don't know if.
Yeah, we heard you clearly.
Okay.
All right, I think the network issue was from my end, not yours. So thank you, Mr. CBD. We have one last person here, Mr. Moby. Actually came really late, so I'm just going to go straight and ask you. Please go straight to the point. Do you think the Muslim ticket is a slap on the faces of Christians?
Thank you, Kachi. Yeah, it has been a very busy day for me in the office. So, yeah. It is a slap, not a slap. It is intimidating. Let me use that word. It is intimidating. They are trying to tell us that we Christians have nothing to do with Nigeria. And when you look at it, the intelligent people in APC don't like this movement. And many of them are moving, many of them are resigning because it is not going to work. If Buhari couldn't pick Tinubu because of Muslim ticket, and Tinubu gave Buhari Osibanjo, that make them won their election. Because if the Christian did not vote for because of Osibanjo, Buhari wouldn't won that election. So for Tinubu to pick Muslim ticket, he wants to prove it that he is Jagaban, that the Christians is the minority. So it's not left for the Christians to fight with their last blood. Because if they won, the Christian community, the minorities, are in a very big trouble. So I condemn it. And I have listened, the time I came in, I have listened to so many people contribution. Thank you, Mr. Haruna, for giving us an insight that we have to really prepare ourselves. Thank you so much. I like you for that. And what I want to say, yesterday I was in office and a video pop up. This is a PeterObi support group in Nsukka, Enugu State. They were on the street, like what you said, Kachi. These guys were in the street, passing this news. They're on the ground, passing this information, educating people, grassroots, house to house, vote for Labour Party. This is what these guys are planning. So if every of us can do the same to extend this message, because Nigerians, you will hardly see people that can buy data to log in and stay for 2-3 hours online. It's very difficult. But if we pass information, support people, support them, encourage them, do whatever we can so that we are going to be on ground. Even if we are not there, we have people that are going to be on the ground.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mobile. We have one last person here that just joined us. Mr. Jordan, please. Are you here? Are you here? Are you ready for me?
Yes, I'm
Mr.
ready.
Jordan.
How are you doing?
Okay. Very well, thank you. Mr. Jordan, our time is already very fast spent. Please, I'd just like you to go straight to the point. Muslim ticket, do you think is a slap on the faces of Christians?
There's no doubt about that. There's no just a missing word or rigmaroling about that. That is not only a slap on the Christian, but it shows the impunity that APC government for these past 7 years has governed the people. It shows their callousness, their lack of human empathy, or lack of being very insensitive to the people that they govern. I mean, how can you elect Muslim in a country that is so heated up this way, which country that have been governed by more or less Muslim jihadists for the past 7 years, that has left Nigeria in the worst state ever and has made us almost the worst country on the surface of the earth. And the same people still come out to continue to praise Buhari, that he has done so well, and Tinubu also has promised to continue from where Buhari have stopped. So I don't know whether Nigerians are even paying attention to that. Tinubu said several times on public forum that he's going to start continue on where Buhari has stopped. So the killings now, the incessant killing and spilling of innocent blood of Nigerians, our brothers and sisters, our mothers, our fathers, Tinubu said, to make it plain, that is going to come to continue on where Buhari has stopped. And the breakage in the release of Boko Haram from prisons, and all the negotiation they make with them, instead of arresting them and making them to demanding from them the wickedness they have meted on the land, they are rather releasing them and giving them money, funding them, and sending Gumi to negotiate with them. I mean, this is very absurd. Moreover, look at the person Tinubu has even chosen. Let's just play the devil's advocate. Let's just say that, okay, Muslim is good. Now, how would it be Shetima, a terrorist, a non-terrorist? His picture is all over the internet where he's sitting down with terrorists. Is it that same terrorist who is one of the major sponsors of terrorists in Nigeria? A terrorist, ex-governor and a terrorist senator? Is it that same man, that kind of man is going to choose? Who is 1 minute away to supposing they win the election? They know Tinubu is dying very soon because the man is sick. That is the truth. Except we are lying to ourselves. The man is acutely sick. He cannot even stand 5 minutes to deliver a speech in a podium. He can't, because he doesn't have the stamina. Sorry to say. I know the children are very full of ambition. Their self-ambition and selfishness have blinded their eyes not to call their father back home to rest and wait until his time is up. But they are all want their father to become president so that themselves will answer sons and daughters of president. Their stupidity and selfishness has blinded their eyes to call their father back. But let's leave that. That is their family business. But to go and choose such a terrorist to become number one and to become number two, so that if Tinubu goes there and he dies, then automatically that man becomes the president. So we'll now have from one terrorist president to another terrorist president. Nigeria, make una shine on our eyes. Make una wake up. Apart from Christian, Muslim, make una wake up. But even to elect Muslim, PDP is also a Muslim. Abubakar, what is his name? Atiku Abubakar is also a Muslim. If Labour Party weren't there, and if PeterObi hadn't hadn't defected from PDP because of the rottenness he saw that the party stood for, and went to Labour Party. Supposing PeterObi had just decided to go home and say, let me just leave Nigerian rotten politics, polluted politics around alone. Let me go home. Then what could have happened? We could have had the two major parties in Nigeria selected Muslims to lead a country that is not a Muslim country. We have been governed for these past 7.5 years thereabout by a Muslim candidate, jihadist candidate. Look at where it has brought us. Many people are being killed, even when we have a Christian as the vice president, who also himself is a Muslim, is another terrorist. Because if you support a terrorist and you are furthering the agenda of a terrorist, you yourself also is a terrorist. Because if you are to be in America here, simply interacting with any terrorist person, or maybe giving them any help whatsoever, you are going to also be caught. If you are caught by the authority, the same punishment you are going to be given with someone who has gone to carry out a bomb attack. Okay, terrorists are supporters, and those who carry out they are all the same. Okay, so look at.
Okay, Mr. Jordan. Okay, Mr. Jordan, our time is already fast spent.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity.
You can round up, Mr. Jordan.
Okay, yeah. Well, in rounding up, I just want every Nigerian to please open your eyes. Okay, if you really want this country to remain as one, which I know I really doubt how that this country in such a way will continue to be remain as one, because it's just we are deceiving ourselves. Nigeria is not good, it's not one. Okay, but if we want it to go the way it's going, let us open our eyes and know that there is fire on the mountain. The handwriting is old. So if you people continue, fine. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Jordan. Please endeavor to join us again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And on Saturdays, Fridays, 6 p.m. Nigerian time for our debate. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. I can see more people are trying to join. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't accept you right now because our time is already fast spent. Thank you so much, everyone. Mr. Theobala, Mr. Kel, Mr. Murray, Mr. Jordan, Mr. John E., Madam Rita, thank you so much. Mr. Theobala, Edo Light, thank you. Mr. Igbe, Engineer Ken, Engineer Precious, thank you all so much for joining me here today. Our amazing viewers out there watching me right now from the screens, thank you so much. And to my amazing people on the comment section, thank you all so much. You guys, I can't spell success without you. Nigeria Watch cannot spell success without you. So thank you so much for everything you do, for always coming out here, for always being here with me. Picking out time from your very busy schedules to be here is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Please know that I do not take that for granted at all. I do not take that. Please take time out. Join us 10 a.m. Nigerian time, Monday to Saturdays for our newspaper review, Monday to Thursdays, 5 p.m. Nigerian time for our discussion, 6 p.m. Nigerian time for our debate. Thank you all so much. We're going to be here back to back from now till the elections next year. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing day. God bless you and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.